On this episode of Tabletop Continuum, keep track of who you are as our investigators ready for a special Call of Cthulhu campaign. Our adversaries meet up in line, making their way into a famed town of miracles, demanding answers for woes from research to luck to being able to walk. As we heed the call of the prayers in the Brushwood.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tabletop Continuum. This is M.
Ty.
Valentine.
Austin.
And Valkyrie.
And this is going to be an episode that's a little different than usual, though it seems that we are starting a lot of episodes recently with this episode's going to be a little different than usual. We are going to be in honor of Halloween, October, the spooky season. I am going to be running a mini campaign of Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu is, as you may have guessed, a different type of tabletop system to Dungeons and Dragons. And it focuses more on the horror, mystery, eldritch abomination aspect of roleplay and tabletop roleplay. Usually it is taken place in the 1920s. However, I have decided to run a modern campaign that takes place in the early 2010s. And you can just cut this part out. I lost my synopsis and I'm trying to find it. There we go. To get your there it is. Please cut this out, Kirk. I'm going to cry. To get you all acquainted or reacquainted with this world. Spiritual televangelists and faith healers are not entirely a new concept. However, Aprilyn is a unique case. Instead of taking advantage of the Christian faith, she has come up with her own religion, claiming she is channeling the energy within herself and others in order to enact miracles, be it as small as bringing a person good luck to curing terminal illnesses. Aprilyn claims that she's able to do it all the while selling her brand and showing off her supposed magic on her YouTube series. And rumor has it that she is going to be picked up for a series on TV where she can preach her faith even further. Despite widespread criticism of her tactics and teachings, people blessed by her miracles swear up and down that it is legitimate, and for the most part it appears to be accurate, with the poor and destitute suddenly coming upon large sums of wealth and those who are told they would never walk again slowly regaining use of their legs. The only catch, however, is Aprilyn requires anyone she helps to live and work in her town for at least 6 months. Nobody is allowed in or out without her express permission, and certainly no camera has ever made it inside. From what people say, however, it's an amazing place where everyone is provided for. Some people find themselves going back several times, a select few of her most devout followers opting to stay forever. Whether these miracles are real or not, people keep flocking to Aprilyn to save them from the struggles in their life, including our beloved party. Be it poverty, an injury or illness, or a desire for luck and power, you have found yourself at the door of Aprilyn's temple, hoping that the rumors are true. And now I would like the party to introduce themselves, their character, and maybe give a little fun fact about their character or a brief description, depending on what they would like to do. So going down the order in the call, I am going to start with Tyler.
So I am playing a gentleman by the name of Liam Garfunkel. Um, Average height, like 5'7", kind of copper brownish hair, glasses, bit of a uh, open blazer with a sweater vest underneath with a normal dress shirt, jeans. Um, a bit of a fun fact is that he always likes to keep his hands busy. He stims a lot more predominantly with a pen and paper.
Okay. Is that all you have to share?
That I'm willing to share for now, unless you insist that I
I'm
share more.
I am not pressing for details. You can share as much or as little as you would decide to. Just don't get into your life story.
Fair
Um,
enough.
it all started when Liam was born. Um, all right. Next in the order would be Austin and Austin's interesting character.
Hi, I'm Austin. I'll be playing Jeffrey Savage. He's a friendly giant, about over 6 foot. He has black hair, these golden brown eyes, a scar over his left eyebrow. He likes skipping along in the beach and romantic hikes, and also he dislikes the fact that despite he's a police detective for the Detroit, Michigan police, he hates how they treat everyone and how they do the exact opposite of their job and still get paid for it. Yeah.
Sounds like a fun guy. um, also maybe he's a mushroom. All right. Valkyrie, would you like to introduce us to your character?
So, I am playing Hannah Rose. She goes by Rose. An actress down on her luck, literally can't get a role to save her life. It started off simply, just, oh, you're too tall, or we like this girl with the blonde hair better. It has nothing to do with how you act. It's just, we liked this person better. And then it just got worse and worse, and she's just like, I need to make money.
Oh, don't we all?
She's been eating nothing but
And
ramen noodles for at least 2 weeks now. She really needs a change.
I mean, so long as it's not solely chicken flavored ramen, I wouldn't be too mad.
That's actually the flavor I prefer.
All right, you suddenly rocks fall on you and you die.
Oh, okay. Bye,
All
everyone.
all right, and last but not least is a reappearing guest, Valentine. I believe you joined us a few months ago in Tyler's campaign.
Yes, I did, very briefly. So I'm looking forward to
Mhm.
this. Anyways,
Awesome.
so my character, his name is Luca Oru, aka Seven. So he is the seventh child born out of 8. And he is a ballet dancer that comes from France. And he's kind of trying to figure out what America has to offer for a young French man like him.
Mm, amazing. Now, we are missing 2 players today, which are Robin and Melissa. Unfortunately, we do live under capitalism, and sometimes that does get in the way of things that we would prefer to do. So, I'm going to be doing their introductions separately, and I believe I am going to put that right here. Going to put a silent moment here so Kirk knows where to put this. And I need to change my sensitivity settings because I realize it's picking up my brother in the other room. There we go. That should probably solve that problem. All right. Once again, silence. Perfect. All right. So you guys have found yourself at this little, it kind of has like the vibe of a cabin, but also a church. It doesn't have like a steeple and a cross on the front, but it's very much has the vibe of this is not meant as this was not designed to be a home, that the building you are standing in front of right now. You have been standing in line for hours. It has been, thankfully, the sun has not been beating down on you due to the rather thick tree cover in the area. However, it has been kind of tiring and the bugs have been biting. And hopefully you have brought yourself some snacks because it was a little bit of a wait, but
Rose has some noodles.
you have some noodles.
I have a donut and coffee.
Of course you
Well,
do.
I'm glad that you guys brought some snacks because once you reach inside, it is already it's already the evening. It seems that everyone's coming in and nobody is coming out. There's very few people who have entered and actually like exited the building. It seems that people are entering and not coming back.
That's
But
scary.
um um but the thing is that the amount of people you guys were standing behind in line were much too many to fit inside this building. It's kind of like the size of a small church. Like not enough to be considered like a cathedral or anything, but like it could fit like maybe 150 people if you wanted to be cramped about it, but you have definitely walked past more people than that recently. And they have not come back, so that is kind of strange. But you four have kind of been standing next to each other in line for like 8 whole hours. And she's kind of been taking people in like 10-person waves. So have you guys been like talking to each other at all? Have you guys been just kind of like standing out there in the woods?
Rose has been chatting a little bit. She just mostly wants a nap.
Are they like all in line next to each other?
What is happening?
Yeah, they're all kind of like next to each other in line. Maybe there's like a random person in the middle somewhere, but you guys are all like within like 10 feet of each other at the moment.
Okay. Seven will probably just kind of like nod at everybody, kind of like notice them and give them a nod, but he won't initiate conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, Liam wouldn't initiate conversation either. Just listening in if there's a subject that interests him, but most of the time just keeping to his notebook.
Jeffrey is looking.
All right.
Jeffrey is looking at Rose, seeing that she's tired, and pulls out a thermos and says, "Want some coffee?"
Thanks, but I don't really drink this stuff. I prefer tea. Thanks for the offer, though.
Fair enough. And he puts away his thermos, waits a few seconds while looking around. How do you think they fit everyone in there?
I've just been kind of assuming that they've been walking out the back or something, or...
Eh?
I mean,
Yeah.
it kind of does look like it might have been used as a church at one point. They tend to have some creepy basements, so maybe they have a really big basement?
Yeah, like an underground city of some sort. Oh, sorry. My name's Jeff Savage, but just call me Jeff, please. He holds out his hand.
Hannah Rose. Hannah takes his hand. Hannah Rose. Call me Rose.
All right. Pleasure to meet you, Rose.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Jeffrey, are you like and Hannah, Rose, are either of you guys like trying to like inspect the building at all, or are you just kind of like, okay, and like kind of moving on?
As a detective, I absolutely am.
Okay,
Rose is just kind of here. So no.
would you like to roll me spot hidden then? I'm
All right. I have a 65, 32, 13 in that.
Yeah. For people who do not understand, Call of Cthulhu rolls on percentile dice as opposed to a standard D20. I will bring up other game mechanics as we go along.
All right. 41.
Okay, so you succeeded. You notice that the tree cover on the back of the building is really, really thick. Like there's like brambles and trees and stuff there that seem to oh fuck, my computer's locking. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Kirk, please
That's
cut out this
okay.
part.
I'm trying to figure out why my character sheet keeps changing things when I change a different thing. Remember how I said that it said my max HP was 757? But then I opened it back up again and it said 15? Well, apparently anytime I add something add my name to the character sheet or add something else and I click away from that, it changes it to 757 and I can't change it back. And I'm trying to figure out why.
Weird.
It's only doing it when I open it through Firefox. When I open it through whatever this other thing is.
Is it Google? Is it Opera?
No, I don't. It's Microsoft Edge. When I open it on Microsoft Edge, it doesn't seem to do that. So I guess I'm just gonna have to use it on that. I don't prefer.
Okay.
I prefer not using that, but I guess I'm just gonna have to figure this out. I'm working on it.
No worries. I don't. You won't have to concern yourself with HP for at least the first half of the session, unless something out of my expectation happens.
Rose gets into a fist fight with somebody.
Okay. Roll.
She doesn't even
brawl
want to.
stuff, then.
She got roped into it.
All right. My computer locked suddenly on me, so I am going to now reconnect. Austin, did you hear my description of what you are able to notice?
You said that it was very thicker in the trees around the church.
Okay.
And then you cut off.
And then
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then I'm not sure if you heard this part, but I said, "Oh fuck, my computer's locking itself again. Fuck."
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it seems like all of the trees are very thick in the back. It would take a lot of draining and effort to be able to get through all of the foliage in the back of the building.
Or maybe we're not going down. Maybe we're going up.
What?
Look at the
Liam
Sorry, you go ahead.
No, you go. You're saying the thing.
Look at the trees up at top around the church. Doesn't it seem kind of thicker, like it's hiding something?
Does it?
I'm able to hear this. Yeah, Keeper?
Oh yeah. They so long as they aren't are you guys intentionally trying to keep your conversation hidden?
Oh
Nah.
no.
Oh yeah, then you can hear.
Okay. Liam kind of looks over, kind of notices the foliage and the tree canopies. Are you sure that they're trying to hide something? I mean, if this was supposed to be a former church, at the very least, they could be hiding. I don't know. Maybe this used to be a residential school. Maybe it's a church that was built on another church. There's a lot of history of various religious buildings.
Yeah, and what's the history on this one? We don't know
That is a
anything.
good question.
We don't know anything about this
You-
place.
Do you guys want to roll history?
I would like to.
I would, as well.
All right, go ahead and roll history.
Okay.
I am going to fail.
16!
What? Oh god, where's your character sheet? What is your history score?
My history is a 35 and 17 is my
Oh,
my half, so
so you got a hard success.
Okay, so my history is 15, 7, 3, and I got a 14.
All right, so you succeeded as well. Did anyone else decide to roll history at all?
No.
All right. Well, Liam, make sure to check off the box on history so I can do an improvement score check for you
Heck
at
yeah.
the end of the session. And that's a reminder for anyone if you get a harder critical to check that off. So what you know about the area, this is like vague New England, basically. Like think like not New York City, but like New York State area, like those like thick, like kind of like near like the Catskill sort of vibe.
Okay.
You are aware that there were a lot during like the colonization era and like people settling in, that a lot of towns ended up getting like constructed and then like quickly like abandoned. That's kind of how it was back then. Like
Mhm.
people kind of realizing, oh, well, that you can't really, this isn't really a sustainable area, etc., etc., etc. But as you may be, which may be a surprise to literally nobody, um religion was a very big reason for the pilgrimage over to the Americas, as well as profit and things like that. About this particular church, there isn't a whole lot of history about what this exact church used to be, but from what you know of the area, it is very likely that it was like an old church from like the 1800s that has since been abandoned and like maybe like refurbished by whoever bought the land. Austin, you kind of pick up the same thing, except you don't really know much about like dates and things like that. You're kind of like, oh well, uh a lot of towns were built here in the olden days and not all of them were really maintained or like kept settled. So that's all you really know. That's just a building that exists. Um Leah may also be aware. Leah may also notice that it's kind of odd that there aren't any other buildings around other than the church.
Mm.
Because usually churches are like in town squares, so unless Aprilin very quickly tore down the other buildings in the area and planted trees over them, it's kind of odd that the church is the only building in the area.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is kind of fishy.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you guys have anything else to say to each other during this like gap before you guys enter the building?
I do definitely go on a tangent of like, oh yeah, well this building appears to be originally from the early Republic era and seems to be refurbished. However, that begs the question on why there aren't any other buildings around. And given the woods that are nearby, it looks pretty decently forested, but at the same time, with a church like this, there should be more buildings around, because this used to be a town square at the very least.
Valentine is gonna lean over Lee's shoulder and he's just gonna say, "Just Faris." No?
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of forest around us, but like I said, the biggest concern is more why only the one building?
Wouldn't it be funny if the town had trees growing under it and the rest of the buildings were up there? Yeah, I know, far-fetched.
They are.
Anyway.
Sorry, I just put on the Bardley as I realized there was a severe lack of music in here.
I had to turn down
Can
the
everyone,
Bard.
yeah, can everyone hear Bardley okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. So yeah. So basically you guys have been kind of like moving forward in like half an hour increments. And eventually you guys are inching close, and now you guys are standing like right in front of the door.
Okay.
There are a couple of windows, that are, you guys are standing right by a window, but it does have a curtain over it. It's kind of, like it doesn't look old. It kind of looks like someone thrifted it. It's lacy, but it has like this like deep red color that you wouldn't really get from like antique curtains. Like it seems like someone like bought a curtain and they like dyed it red for the aesthetic.
That looks nicer than everything I own.
Also, there is a very nice planted flower bed on the outside. Again, you may notice that red flowers are featured mostly, but there is other colors of like purples and yellows and oranges and whites and all of the other lovely colors. Maybe some blues here and there.
But it's a good bit of red.
Yeah, red seems to be... It seems to you guys that red is kind of Aprilyn's vibe, like aesthetic. Also, before we get in to the building itself, would anybody like to make a listen check?
Sure, I'll roll something this time. Where's listening?
You know,
I'll
see.
roll as well.
I'll take a gander.
There it is.
There we go.
Okay, so percentage
That's
die.
a fail.
I never get to use percentage dice.
I got a 20.
I got a 43. I know that fails.
I got a 20.
Okay, so
as-
Go ahead,
Sorry.
Austin.
I got a 20 as well.
So I'm trying to get
Okay.
below the big number on the right, correct?
Correct.
I got a 42, which is below my 55. I did it.
All right.
Everyone except Liam.
So Seven and Jeffrey both just like got their exact score. So I'm gonna say you guys notice some like murmurs and noises and things like that. Going on inside, like chatter. Rose notices like occasional like gasps of surprise and things like that going on inside.
Okay.
That's it.
Neat.
Is there any like guards or like people that seem to be like of importance, just kind of like watching or standing around?
No, not that you can tell. Doesn't seem like there's any like authority figures that are like kind of like managing this, at least from the outside. But yeah, but eventually someone opens the door. It's an older looking woman, like a woman in like her 40s. She has like short brown hair and a pair of glasses on. She looks like she's in her 40s, but she's like very like thin and very small and thin. That's how I would describe her body type. She opens the door and and she tells you, she like kind of like beckons you inside. She doesn't really say much other than like, come on in, it's your turn, etc., etc. Kind of like counting you all as you walk in to make sure she doesn't let too many people in at once.
I guess we all
And-
saunter in.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone not go inside?
I go inside, but I am looking around.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll
well,
say I'm looking around too.
Well, what you guys notice is basically on the inside, this doesn't really look much like a church, other than the fact that there's a there is kind of like that little like raised platform that a preacher would usually be standing at, and there are pews, but the place has kind of like gone around and been like decorated with like flowers. There's like crystals on the windowsills, things like that. It kind of looks like if someone decided they wanted to run their metaphysical shop out of an old abandoned church. And you also notice that red is a very big it's kind of like the mainstay color with like there's accents of gold here and there, and on some of the pillars that are holding up the building there's like decorative vines going up. You can't really tell if they're real or not, but they are inside, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that they would be alive. So you kind of conclude that they're fake.
A lot of red here.
Mm-hmm.
You like red. He's just gonna say that out loud.
Yeah, I also mentioned a lot of red here out loud as well.
You hear someone giggling at the front there. You notice there's like a desk up there and a woman sitting in an office chair up there. She has this like warm brown hair that like cascades down her shoulders, and she appears like about average height. Like she seems pretty unassuming at first when you're like looking at her from far away, like, oh, it's just a regular like average like white woman sitting there. She is wearing this like long evening gown, which I want you guys to take a guess what color it is.
Red.
Is it red?
Yes, she is wearing a long red dress gown, like that kind of has that little like split in the side. And she's sitting in it's a black gaming chair. Like, you know,
Lady's
like
a gamer.
It's a black gaming chair, and she's like sitting like sideways in it, just kind of vibing. She has a laptop open with like
She playing
and there's like
Call of Duty?
no, she is not playing Call of Duty. Granted, you cannot see her screen, so you don't know what she's doing on that screen. She has like a camera. A camera on top of the laptop, a microphone, and she also has a second monitor next to like her laptop, and it seems like she has like a whole like streaming studio, like, you know how we would imagine like a modern Twitch streamer has like all their shit strewn out. It's kind of like that, just less LED lights, because those weren't really like a thing back then. I mean, they were a thing, but they weren't like a popular gaming aesthetic thing. Granted, I wouldn't know, I wasn't a gamer at the time. But yeah, she's sitting there and she's kind of looking at y'all. She just kind of like sitting there, like waiting for y'all to say something.
Did she laugh in Seven's direction when he said what he said?
No, she really like she's not really laughing like at Seven, it doesn't seem. She just kind of laughs like after you guys both make a comment on the red. If you want to roll a psychology check, you can, to see like.
No, you're okay. I just wanted to know if that was directed at him.
Oh no, she's just kind of like laughing at the observation
Okay.
of you guys saying that.
Rose just kind of looks at like all this setup and just says, "You play video games a lot?"
Um, she kind of tilts her head and thinks for a second. Well, no, I'm not really much of a gamer. I really only have technology in order to get my word out there. I spend most of my time either doing miracles or working around the town. It's not really, I don't have anything against computers. It's just they're more of a tool for me as opposed to like a form of entertainment.
She
Shame.
is a big lady.
She sits up straight in her chair and like leans over the desk, and looking at you all. So, what can I do for you all? And she has like a smile on her face. As you guys get closer to her, as she gets closer to you, you guys all notice without a check, she is unsettlingly beautiful. Like, she looks like if a porcelain doll had gotten sentience, like this delicate, eerie sort of beauty.
What?
It's almost captivating.
Seven is gonna kind of lean in and like look at her a little better. And he's just gonna like smile like sheepishly at her. And he's gonna say, actually, no. He's just gonna smile sheepishly at her. I don't think he's gonna know even what to say. As he like kind of gets closer, he's just like, "Oh crap!" He just pretty much starstruck.
Liam just kind of instinctively mutters under his breath, "Well, you're certainly a Venus."
Jeff clears his throat. You're certainly stunning. And how long have you been doing this again?
Oh, while.
Rose isn't gonna. It's like when Rose says this, it's not technically to her, but it's like it's just what comes out of her mouth. It's just, you look like a porcelain doll. Like if you fell from a high enough height, you would just shatter. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but you do.
Her expression falters for a second, but she kind of maintains a smile. And she kind of shrugs and is like, "Thanks, I get that a lot. I'm not really sure where it's coming from, but..."
Seven's gonna...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What? Go ahead.
So I'm just gonna like look at her and he's just gonna say, "You're young."
She kind of blinks a few times trying to understand what you're saying.
He's just gonna be like, he kind of like moves his hand like, "You... young."
Oh, were you expecting me to be older?
I don't know. Je ne sais pas.
Honestly, I'm not sure what we all expected.
Well, it doesn't matter what you expected. It was enough to bring you in. You had something you wanted to get out of this visit.
I suppose.
And she immediately looks at you, Rose. And she kind of looks at you and is like, "I can tell that you are definitely in search of something here."
I would like to not eat ramen noodles for the next, what is it, 6 months? Yeah. I just want to stop eating ramen noodles. I'm so tired of it. I would love to be on the stage. And also just to stop eating ramen noodles.
She she looks at you, her grinning. So you're an actor.
Yeah. I mean, I would be if I could land a roll.
So you think you have the talent?
I mean, I've been told I have talent. I've gotten roles before. It's just I can never actually get to the point where I go on stage. Something always happens. It's gotten really, really, really annoying. Like, there was that whole business where the assistant stage manager apparently, like, murdered the director. It was a whole deal.
My neck just snaps over to Rose's direction with the mention of murder. Like, what?
Excuse
I
me,
don't
what?
know. I wasn't a part of it. Well, I got cast by the director, and then he disappeared under mysterious circumstances, and they found out on, like, opening night that it was the assistant director who did it, and so they closed that whole show down. But yeah, I don't know.
How long did it take the police to do that?
The entire rehearsal process, which was about a month or two. I don't know. Again, I wasn't a part of it. I only heard about it later because after I got cast, the assistant director who took over the show uncasted me and put some, I think it was like his friend in the lead spot. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that one.
Jeff just kind of scoffs at the fact that it took him a month.
So it seems that you're in need of luck. Need
Yeah,
of fortune.
that would probably do
Yes.
it, but also I just really am tired of eating ramen noodles. But yeah, a little luck
Yes.
would be nice.
Well, tell me, how in tune are you with yourself? And I don't want to sound cheesy, but the universe.
I mean, I know how to ground myself for shows, but really beyond that, my body just tells me I need to stop eating ramen noodles.
You know, I think that is good enough. I am going to ask that you sit down, and she she gently guides you towards one of the pews, towards the front row, and she kind of gestures to the rest of y'all to you can have a seat. You don't have to keep standing around.
Oh, Seven's just gonna sit right down.
Does he sit in a chair?
No, he sits on the floor.
Amazing, I love him.
Jeff kind of goes to Seven and goes, you can sit in the chairs over here, I think.
I like it down here.
Okay, if you insist.
I go.
Skinny Frenchman.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
I go over to sit next to Rose, kind of still fiddling with a notebook and pen for a moment before kind of turning to her. I'm sorry about what happened at your show.
It's fine. It's not the only one, I mean. It started off as just oh, we just liked this person better because she had different colored hair, or you're too tall to play the leading lady because our leading man's a foot shorter than you, and that would look weird on stage. And then that just kind of became the height of it as it just got more and more weird.
I'm
Well,
not
you're
really
here
a
now.
theater person, but have you thought of playing a guy in shows?
I mean, I've definitely thought about it before, but every time I tried to play one, they said something, my face was too feminine or something. I don't remember. I've only thought about it once or twice. It's not really my go-to.
That's
Well,
okay.
none of that really matters now because you're here and I can help solve all of these problems.
That would be cool.
Alright, she hands you she deposits a crystal from her pocket and
What color is it?
it is clear.
Okay.
It's just clear quartz. She places it in your hand, and you and asks you to hold on to it between both of your fists.
Okay.
And all you need to do is close your eyes and try and imagine yourself connected with not only yourself, but your place in the universe.
Rose kind of like,
Beyond that,
Rose kind of like
What?
squints at that, just kind of like confused, but like, you know what? Okay, this isn't too different from acting like exercises and warm-ups. I think I can try and figure this out.
yeah, and she allows you to like find yourself and like ground yourself, and you feel a hand placed on both of your shoulders.
What do we see?
From behind or front?
From the front, like
Okay.
from where she was standing in front of you. You guys see Aprilyn is placing her hands on her shoulders.
I scooch away to give space.
I have a question. How tall is she compared to Rose? Because I don't remember how tall we made Rose. I know she was like 6 foot something.
Oh yeah. Aprilyn is about 5'8". She's
Okay.
like a little bit taller than the average woman, but she is definitely short in comparison to
Okay.
Hannah.
What did I say?
Um,
How tall did I say she was? Like 6'5"?
She's six. I think we said 6'3" or 6'4".
Okay. I don't know if it got written down. But yeah, okay. I'll go with 6'4" for now.
Yeah. And she isn't saying anything. She just has her eyes closed with you, like she's like trying to establish some sort of connection between you two. And I would like everybody except for Rose to roll me power.
Oh dear.
Power, where is that?
It's one of your characteristics, the base stats.
Okay.
32.
42?
32.
Okay. 32. Okay.
37.
37? Okay. And 7?
Is the 0, which I know is 100, is that 100 or
So it's 0, 0. Do you have what's on your dice right now?
5 and then the 0.
So that would be that would just be a normal 5.
Yes,
Yeah, that would be a 5.
That's really low.
You got a critical success.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna start with Jeffrey and Liam.
So I'm the.
You guys feel like the energy in the room has shifted.
How?
It's like it isn't just, and you can tell it's not just like your feelings. It's like something in the air has changed, kind of. For Valentine, you not only feel the change, you can see it. Like you can see, like it's like Aprilyn and Rose's auras are like coming out of them and intermingling with each other. It's like something's going on here, and you can see it with your own 2 eyes.
His eyes just widen.
7, could you? I'm trying to think. How does 7 respond to this? What is he feeling right now?
Well, he's literally dumbfounded. So he's just staring like wide-eyed, like his mouth is just like opening slowly.
All right.
Jeff is looking around like, what the hell is this? And then looks at 7 like, do you see something? What do you see?
Liam's just jotting notes.
don't,
Go ahead.
don't, I, I, I don't, I, he just can't even get the words out of his mouth.
Rose, I need you to roll me a, I need you to actually roll me Constitution.
Oh no! Valkyrie?
Valkyrie?
Oh, sorry. I muted myself in case you guys wouldn't. I've been sitting here talking, rolling my dice, because I muted, but I forgot I muted myself on my headset because I was eating a cookie. Anyway, I was like, sweet, I'm about to die, but I rolled a 3.
Oh, okay. You feel fine. You
Neat.
feel like you feel like something is getting you feel like the energy around you is being shifted, and like you like something inside of you, like you know that feeling like you get like an aura, if you have like frequent migraines or like seizures, like that aura you get right before you have them.
No, because I don't have migraines and I don't have seizures.
Well, it's kind of like this feeling like something's off, but inside your body.
So kind of like you feel. It's like kind of like you kind of feel sick, but you're not showing like symptoms yet, but you can kind of feel it.
That's a way that you could describe it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you kind of feel like that, but then you're fine. And then 7, the aura kind of begins to fade. And then, Liam and Jeffrey, you kind of notice that the air kind of shifts back to its normal state.
I do not like that. I do not like that at all.
Why do I feel a little sick, but not really sick? But I mean, I did. I don't anymore. I feel fine. Is that normal? What happened just now? What's wrong with him? Look at 7.
He's just staring at the other lady. He's not staring at Rose. He's staring at Apperlin,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just gonna say, "That is not God."
God is... I don't know. God is more of a concept to me than a being. Anything can be God if you really think about it.
Huh.
Explain what just happened.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
Oh, it was... I was just channeling the energy of the universe, and Rose is going to find over the course of a few months that, she's going to find that things are going to come a lot more easily to her. That the universe is
That's
going
not
to
normal.
If she's going to find that out, then why do you need us to stay for 3 months? Why not just have us check in? Why do you need us to stay for so long? Why not just have us send out and check in on us?
Well, I have many, many reasons, but the primary reason is I am not omnipresent, and I have many people who come here to, I have many people who come here asking for my gifts. And sometimes I am not a perfect being. Sometimes things do go wrong, and I do not want that to happen in a place where I would not be able to quickly reach them.
Go wrong how?
But everyone that I've heard this about has sung nothing but praises about you and nothing wrong.
Well, yeah, because they stay here where I can make sure nothing happens.
But if something did happen, then it would be noteworthy to mention that. Like, yeah, this could happen, but yeah, it's fine. Not, yeah, nothing can go wrong.
Go wrong how?
Well, The worst that could possibly happen is because of the way that my magic works, there is a chance that it could drain your mental prowess, and I do not want that to happen because that is wrong. So that is why you all stay.
Then why wasn't this warning ahead of time?
I warned you all that you would have to stay. And also, I talk about it frequently on my YouTube channel and in my live streams.
You don't talk about the mentality.
I don't talk about what?
The mentality part.
Well, I assumed it was implied, and I apologize that it was not. And like I said, you do not have to accept my gifts. You could turn around and walk through that door. You do not have to come back. Rose, however, I'm assuming you already intended to stay.
I don't want to eat more ramen noodles.
Can't let things go back. Can't let things stay the way they are.
I still have things that I'm looking for.
Crazy American.
I think I'm going to need Seven and Jeffrey to roll sanity.
Oh no.
Oh,
Of course you do!
I didn't do shit.
Oh no.
you pissed off the
67.
keeper. Now you gotta suffer the consequences.
You rolled a 67?
Yep.
I rolled a 30.
Okay. A 30?
Yep.
Alright, you succeed. 7 unfortunately fails. I am going to need you to, you are going to... Let me see. Where is that case?
And also, if something's happening, change the music, maybe?
Oh. Listen, I'm not used to having to do this shit.
So many.
No.
So good.
Oh.
Alright. Shockingly, you only lose 1 point of sanity.
Okay.
You can be a little insane as a treat.
As a treat. You find, like, Seven finds himself, like, feeling ill. Like, not ill from, like, anything going on around him, but, like, ill with anxiety and confusion. It's like the weight of everything that has been occurring just now is, like, pushing upon them.
Okay, so he's gonna kind of like crouch over a little bit and kind of like a defensive position and just start, like, his eyes are just gonna dart all around the room.
Okay.
Rose actually kind of like gets up, takes a few steps close, not like super close, but like not touching, just kind of like crouches down like, hey, man, you okay?
No. No.
Do you need to like go somewhere? Would you like water or something?
Je ne sais pas.
I'm sorry, I don't know French.
Oh, no, je ne sais pas. And he's just gonna keep repeating that to himself.
Rose just kind of looks around. Does anybody know French?
I know
Unfortunately.
barely anything. I know a lot more Hebrew than French. I assume he is saying, I don't know.
You can, Liam, you are a linguist, so I will let you make a hard educations check to see if you can understand what Seven is saying.
Okay, hard education?
Hard. So that means you need to roll
35
a 35 or lower. Yes.
Right up. Nope, that was a 61.
All right. So, Aprilyn kind of like disappears for a second. Not like literally poofs out of thin air. She kind of like slinks off. And then, I do have to clarify that. And then she comes back with a glass of water and is offering it to Seven.
Now,
Here.
is he still very anxious? Is he like how anxious is he right now? Like her coming up to him, does that literally like startle him?
You know that feeling you get when you like almost get into a really bad accident on the freeway?
Oh, yeah.
It's like that. Like you're not in like full-blown panic mode, but you're like, "Oh god, that's not good."
He's gonna just accept the glass of water and he's just gonna sit on the floor again and kind of like a very defeated like position, with his legs out.
Rose
And he
kind
just-
of like hangs out next to him and just kind of like, is it okay if I like give you a pat on the shoulder? Or...
Just gonna kind of like look at her like really like confused and then like go back and just gonna start sniffing the water.
I just didn't want to touch you without permission if you'd rather not, but I wanted to comfort you somehow. If you'd rather me not do that, that's fine.
He just like does like a hand gesture of like it's okay.
Okay. In that case, just Rose just kind of like very like gently just kind of like just kind of like when you're like comforting a friend, you just kind of like rub their back a little bit, just basically sit next to him and doing that.
Okay.
Trying to be
Seven, are
comforting.
you trying to like check if the water's poisoned by sniffing at it, or you're just sniffing the water?
He's sniffing the water to see if he can smell any like poison or anything strange about it. He's really anxious.
I'm trying to think of what you would roll for that. Another thing about Call
Smell-
of Cthulhu,
smell
there's there
Natural world or medicine, maybe?
medicine is for healing. Let's try natural world. Just a regular old natural world check.
Okay.
Yeah, medicine is for healing. It doesn't necessarily have to do with recognizing.
Natural world. Oh god. Okay. 3.
Really?
Yeah!
Wow, Valentine and I are rolling low.
Dang!
Rose might not have good luck, but apparently I do. I say, knock on wood. That wasn't wood. That was my TV.
Should I check it?
Yeah, check it. That's a hard success. Okay. Yeah, it's not poisoned at all. This is just water.
Okay, but he's gonna look up at her and he's just gonna say, "What did you do to me?"
I didn't do anything to you. You just got anxious. I'm sorry that I freaked you out so much. It's normal. A lot of people tend to have very strong reactions.
Normal. How?
Well, when people see things that are beyond their expectations of how the world works, it can sometimes be stressful. It can be anxiety-inducing.
Where did you learn that?
Well, my mother taught me a lot of things.
He's just gonna sip the water very slowly and staring at her.
Did Apperlin take the crystal back, or is Rose still holding it?
Apperlin did take the crystal back when she walked away.
Okay. Because I can guarantee you that if she hadn't, Rose definitely would have forgotten it was in her hand and like pocketed it at some point. I just would have been like, "Hey, what's this? Oh, hey, it's that crystal thing I was holding earlier. Didn't mean to steal that."
He's gonna look over at Rose. He's gonna say, "Did you feel that?"
I mean, I kind of had my eyes closed, so I really didn't feel a whole lot. Like, I kind of got this weird sort of like kind of sick feeling, but I didn't feel sick, and it didn't last for that very long. I think there was like something in the air that felt weird, but there wasn't much that happened. Why? Did it look like something was happening? Because I just assumed she had her hands on my shoulders and I was holding a rock.
He's just gonna like look around the room at everybody and just.
I-
Did you see?
I didn't see, but I felt
No.
something.
I felt something too.
What did you feel?
Felt like the energy
air-
was.
You go.
It felt like the energy was changing around in the room.
Good way to put it.
You are not scared?
Don't get me wrong, I'm
I-
terrified.
I'm more fascinated. This is more what I've been trying to research.
You're
I
researching
just
this?
really want to stop eating ramen noodles.
I mean, everyone is just talking about shit, and then Rose is just like, just fuck ramen. Fuck ramen.
Listen, she's eaten nothing but ramen for 2 weeks. She needs a break.
I know, I've been there.
You did not feel anything?
I felt something. I definitely felt something.
Oh.
But I'm more intrigued to see why this happens.
What are you researching?
I mean, I'm researching something that's some of my peers may consider lowbrow, but I think it's just fascinating. So you know how really every religious folk, those who do magic or trance of the sort, tend to have some sort of what people may call tongues or things like that. I want to get to the bottom of why that happens. It sounds like such a linguistic phenomenon, and I find it enticing. And all of this aura stuff, it just adds another layer to it.
You are using words I don't know.
Sorry. And you see like a very nervous, wide smile come over Liam as he kind of blushes a little embarrassed.
That is okay, but I don't know.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm?
Liam, you seem to be investigating this place too. Could we maybe work together on that?
Sure?
Are
What
they
do
just
you-
having a conversation about investigating this place right in front of Apperlin?
Right in front of Apperlin! Jeff!
I mean,
She's not in the room, actually. She walked away to, like, go put the crystal away.
Okay, fair.
all right. I
Um,
mean, my intentions seem to be pretty clear to her, so
And then she comes back. Before Liam can answer, and she brings out she reaches into her pocket. Her evening gown has pockets. So
Oh.
Nice.
No
I know, right?
fair. I
I'm
can
a
barely
guy and I
find
want that
pants
dress.
with pockets in the women's section. That's why I always buy men's pants. Where did you find a nightgown with pockets?
tailored.
God, I wish I had that kind of money.
I mean, it is what it is. Well, she pulls out a coin, a quarter. If I may, I would like to just further prove the legitimacy of my magic, that this isn't some, how do you say it, just work of smoke and mirrors. My friend Rose here has come to me asking for luck. And I would like to prove that I have given her said luck.
What do you think?
Rose,
What do you think we're gonna let you use your coin? And I just pull out.
Oh. You're gonna take you would like to flip a coin?
Huh?
Flip the coin.
She's gonna flip one of mine.
All right. Rose, I would like you to guess what side the coin is going to land on.
Okay. Tails.
And when Jeffrey flips the coin, it's tails.
You think if I had said on its side, it would have landed on its side? Because that would have been cool.
Let's find out. And Jeffrey flips it again.
Does let me just roll something.
What about this? Breaks the game. Can we make a coin land
It's on its
perfectly
side.
on its... I can't.
If the multiverse theory is true, there's a universe out there where every coin lands on heads, and scientists are baffled.
All right. So, the coin fumbles around, like it kind of like I'm assuming you're trying to land it on the pew. It like bounces off of the pew and like does like a couple more like bounces onto the ground. Well, I guess in the way like a coin like bounces and flips over itself. And it continues like going until it gets to like the little like raised part, and it kind of like sticks itself on the raised part on its side.
There is just like the biggest like grin on Rose's face. Like, she doesn't care that that the luck has changed. She's just like, that was the coolest thing ever.
Richard said is fucking sick.
That was awesome.
What does Jeffrey have to say?
What? Okay, I buy it.
I mean... I'm curious to see... Like, I'm sorry for intruding, but I'm curious to see more than just coin luck. I don't think that's quite what Rose is needing. You know?
Well, yes, but
I agree.
I absolutely agree myself, but this is just an example that the magic is working. Another reason why you guys need to stay for as long as you do is because it's not instantaneous. It does take some time for these things to take effect. Those videos of like faith healers where suddenly the person in the wheelchair is just walking out of the wheelchair suddenly, those are fake.
Oh yeah, I know that.
It takes so much longer than that for this sort of thing to work. It takes time, and it takes faith, and it takes energy.
So you're still saying that you can help the lame walk. Interesting. And you see Liam quickly like fiddling this in his notebook.
I always hated those people that were like, oh, I can cure cancer with sound and crystals, or I can do this or do that, because they always prey on those people who are desperate, and then they just drain them of all their money. Those are terrible people.
Faith in who?
What was that? 7?
Who? Faith in who?
God.
He's just gonna like shake his head.
Well, It seems that you other three don't really have a wish in mind in being here.
No.
Well,
Yes
it
and
seems
no.
that
I've had things in mind, but they're a little hard to articulate. It's weird. You probably get that from people a lot, but I also have research to do. So the wish, I guess, is secondary.
well, I can grant your wish now, but I will say, if you have any desire to, enter my town, you must stay for the 6-month period. You cannot come for a day and then leave.
I figured I was gonna have to be here a while, so
Mhm.
No ramen for 6 months.
So,
The
either
happy tear.
What is that?
and one more time, 7.
What is that? Ramen?
Yeah,
It's-
like
it-
ramen noodles, like the instant noodles you could buy at the store. They're like super cheap, so college students and anybody who's broke buys them in bulk so that you can at least eat something. And I've had only ramen noodles for like the past 2 weeks because I'm that short on cash, and
Oh,
I'm a bit
Jeez.
tired of them, to say the
you're
least.
poor. You're poor. Oh no. He just kind of laughs.
I mean, it's kind of common here, Frenchie.
Yes, it's unfortunately common.
Of course. Of course. Yes, American. Poor people.
Very,
It's
very
not like I
poor.
like it.
Did not.
Liam
think
kind of looks
that.
kind of up at the side while kind of biting his lower lip, like, can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. He goes back to like scribbling stuff.
Seven's just gonna look at him and kind of squint his eyes a little bit and then look away.
All right. And now I am here with Melissa and Robin, who we are recording this a couple of days after the original session to get their characters introduced into the world. So, you guys have found yourself in in the like dense forest. And you guys are kind of like waiting in line in front of this building that kind of looks like it's an old church, but it's kind of been like revamped. It doesn't have like a cross on the top or anything like that, but it does look like it did used to be a church. And you guys have been standing in line in front of this church for hours.
Standing's a strong word.
Yeah. You guys have been waiting in front of this church for hours.
There we go.
Um, and you guys might be tired. The bugs might be biting you. Hungry if you didn't bring any snacks or anything to keep you tided over. And you guys are standing next to each other in this line. Are you guys planning on like talking to each other? Or are you just gonna like stand there quietly and wait?
Well, Pat probably has some kind of a recorder hanging off of their hip with a microphone and earphones on their head, just kind of like collecting sound.
We don't know each other, correct?
Yeah, no, you guys have never met before.
Okay. What do I see looking at this person whom I'm assuming is in front of me in line? Or I'm assuming we're next to each other for plot reasons.
Yes. Well, Melissa, would you like to describe your character?
Sure. Let's see. Okay, so Pat, they are they're a little taller than average. They're not 6 feet, but they're also not short. They have beautiful long red hair. um they are non-binary. So they kind of sort of, I'm going off of the really lovely picture that that I think you drew that. The really awesome picture that M drew of Pat, which I have saved and I'm trying to find. Yes, so flowing red hair, very curious and intelligent eyes, and kind of just super cash in like a button down and jeans, basically. Just with giant headphones on, like big old studio headphones on, a recorder on their hip, and a microphone in their hand. And they turn. They're just kind of gathering some sound and maybe some room tone or some noises. Not really outdoor. Can't gather outdoor or room tone in the outdoors. But anyway, yeah. And they're fairly oblivious as to kind of the line of people. And they turn to the person behind them, and kind of sort of hold the microphone out to them and are like, well, hey there. I am actually just kind of collecting some noise and some sounds, but I was wondering if you had an opinion on the situation. My name's Pat, by the way. I run a podcast. You might have heard of it. Cults.
Noun in their wheelchair with a cat in their lap, just kind of blinks for a moment in surprise. Wasn't expecting this person who they were kind of eyeing suspiciously, honestly, for like just swinging around recording equipment to suddenly like interact with them. So they're kind of I'm sorry. What are you wanting from me? I apologize. I've never heard of your program before.
Oh, that's okay. I'm hoping to get really big with the next season of Cults. You know, I really wanted to come to this old church and do some investigating and get a sense of place. You know, some local color. I figured if I talked to a few people who are here, I could make this particular episode sound more authentic.
Well, if you're looking for locals, you're a little fresh out of luck with me. I'm not from around here myself.
Oh, well, me neither. See, there's the first thing we have in common. So, if I may ask, who are you and what brings you to this place? Also, is it all right if I record this conversation?
I not, I suppose. Hello, my name is Dr. Noun. Sorry, I heard who I'm assuming was M's brother for a second. It got very confused.
Right.
It's okay. I just thought somebody was talking to me for a second. I went, huh?
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna be adjusting. My sensitivity is way too high for right now. There we go. That should fix any issues regarding that. Continue.
Yes, I'm Dr. Noun Rodriguez. I'm from West Texas. I suppose I'm really here due to my mother's insistence, but as far as I'm concerned, because why not, I guess. I've got nothing else to lose.
Well, hey, well, it's nice to meet you there, Doctor. I suppose I would have to agree with you as far as the reason to be in here. Why not? I mean, without getting into too much of it already, because seeing as we just met and everything, well, my family is originally from New England. That's actually where I ended up. Well, I ended up going to college there and decided that life just isn't for me. So now I podcast and I live in a van.
You, the podcasting is not what's getting me here. You live in a van.
That's right, sure do. Live in a van. Yep, yep. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful old refurbished yellow yellow Volkswagen bus, actually.
Noun kind of adjusts the what's the word? Service animal vest on the cat in their lap real quick, and while they're talking, and says, "It's see, I want to judge, but first I need to know: is it a converted van for living in, or is it just a van that you have thrown blankets into?"
Oh, no. Converted van, absolutely. I knew I was going to be on the road for quite some time.
Oh, good. I was terribly worried about your whole spine situation.
Oh, well, thank you. Sometimes I get a bit of get cramps every now and again, being as I'm not the shortest person in the world, but I make it work.
All right. So, you guys, as you guys are having your conversation, every like 20 to 30 minutes, you guys end up inching closer towards the door. And at this point now, you guys are kind of standing like right in front of the door. And you guys notice that like the window has like curtains drawn over it, and it's these like deep red lace curtains that are covering the window. And there's a very well kept flower bed beneath both windows. And you notice that red flowers seem to be like the mainstay, like the kind of like the feature of these flower beds. And there are also some other colors as well, some whites, some yellows, some blues, some purples, all of that. But it seems like red is like the focus.
Do I recognize any of these kinds of flowers, or?
I mean, you can roll natural world if you want, but it seems like they're mostly just garden variety flowers.
Okay.
Like they seem to be decorative.
Give me a second. Why not? I'll make a roll.
Do it.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm going to this place because, like, you know, supposedly someone who can work miracles is here. My assumption is that maybe they're doing some kind of homeopathic medicine. So my immediate look is going, "What is this stuff?" Okay, so I'm rolling a D100 for this, right?
Yes, you are.
And then, okay, okay, so I rolled is that a 60 or a 90? Hang on. They are exactly identical on my die.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So wait, no, they are not, because that would make one a 6 and one a 9. Because I'm stupid. That's a 9.
Either way,
That's a 90 and a 0.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was a 90. Either way, you fail. You don't really recognize any of these flowers. They just seem like your conclusion is kind of that they're regular flowers. Maybe they have some sort of like use for like healing, but you wouldn't be able to tell because you can't recognize what the species is.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Is there any other like investigating of like the exterior of the building you want to do before you are brought
The
inside?
color. So Pat is noticing all of the red, and red is a very significant color in lots of cultures. So I want to. How do I do this? I want to invest. I want to see if I can gain any knowledge about the significance of red and why there's so much of it here.
Okay. Are you specifically going from like a cultural aspect or like a spiritual aspect? Like
Let's say
what sort of
let's
approach
say
are you taking?
spiritual.
Um, how about you roll me occult then?
Cool. Okay. Oh my god, where did I put my phone? There it is. I'm for now I'm usually using a virtual D100 until I can get my own. Cultural or occult. Uh, goodness. Sorry, I'm trying to find it here on the.
It's in alphabetical order.
Yeah. EQ. There it is. Okay, gotcha. All right, rolling occult. Here we go. And I rolled. Okay, rolling occult. Rolled a 2.
That's a critical success.
Oh shit! Right, we're playing Call of Cthulhu, not D&D. Yes. Okay. Yes, I rolled a 2.
Yeah. Check off the box for occult. And you can roll for an improvement check at the end of the session.
Thanks.
But yeah. What you know is red is a like you said, is a very significant color in a lot of cultures, especially in spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
Red can mean its most like basic meaning is it has to do with love. But it doesn't necessarily have to do with love and passion and sex and things like that. It can also do with health and like passion
Mm-hmm.
and like life. So there are a lot of cultures where they where red is often used to symbolize improvement and healing, which is also a major reason why in modern times red is oftentimes a symbol for like medicine and things like that, like you'll see on like the Red Cross and things
Yeah.
like that on like ambulances and things like that. But you also know that red symbolizes anger as well
Mm-hmm.
and war. So there's a lot of different meanings for what red does can be used for. Considering Aprilin is a faith healer, it you kind of feel like the healing aspect is most important, but you aren't going to discount the other meanings either.
Right. Cool. So I'm looking at all of the red and the flowers and everything, and I am basically narrating all of this into my microphone, kind of like not like This American Life or like a running commentary, like a note, like out loud notes, basically.
Okay. All right, cool. Now, do you have any commentary or observation about that? Or are you just kind of there?
I mean, if you are excuse me, I think I just bumped my my mic really hard for a second there. If you are narrating out loud what your thoughts on the matter, then I'll probably chime in as a medical professional that has had to deal with so much pseudoscience nonsense. I fucking knew that was somebody was going to make mention of that. Sorry, Valkyrie posted a thing, and that was the immediate thing I thought of. So do you think that this whole healing thing has something to do with like light therapy or something like that? I know I've heard a lot of, I say good work. I have heard a lot of work done with blue light therapy, but not a lot with red. I usually don't hear a lot of people trying to do a lot of with red for that outside of like holistic Chinese medicines.
Oh, well, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I was hoping that this particular use of red would have a one singular purpose, but red is one of those colors that is so dynamic. But here, if we believe that this person is a faith healer, in fact, I think red has to do with life, as in life's blood.
That's not too crazy of a theory, I suppose. I think the real starter, or the real way to get a good theory running on that, though, would be to figure out what faith they're going with here. If, as a faith healer, their faith would tie into everything they do for healing. And come to think of it, I don't actually know what faith this healer is, other than themselves, from what I understand.
Me neither, actually. I just kind of came here. I got a tip from a few people on the internet, and it sounded like something I would want to investigate.
And as you say that, a woman opens the door. She's I'm pulling up a picture as well, but looks like she's in her 40s. A thinner woman, really short, and she's wearing a pair of glasses. The most defining feature about her is she's very pale and very small. In stature and size, she just looks small.
When she opens the door, since we're like at the doors, I'm assuming, do I get any sense from my cat of anything being like my cat feeling like anything is off about this woman?
About this woman in particular? No, not really. What's your cat's name again?
Chester for short, but specifically it is Sir Chester Douglas III.
Love it.
All right, well, Sir Chester Douglas III doesn't really, he's just kind of sitting on your lap, vibing. Doesn't really seem to care about this woman in particular.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And with that, she like opens the door and holds it open for you both. And she just kind of like gestures for you to come in. She mumbles something about Aprilyn being ready for you too, or whatever.
I grumble the entire time about this forest not being wheelchair accessible. Because it's not.
Hey, Doc, I just wanted to ask, would do you need a push or anything?
No, I've got it. My legs are the problem. My arms work fine. Thank you, though.
Well, you're welcome. Seeing as we're going in together and everything.
If I require any assistance, I shall take you up on the offer. But for now, I'm quite all right.
Alrighty then.
Mhm.
I continue narrating. Sorry, as we walk in.
As you two walk in, you see basically, it does look like it was an old church, but the best way I can describe it, it's like if the like witchy person who lives down the street from you decided to like turn the old abandoned church into a metaphysical shop.
Excellent.
There are crystals on the windowsills, candles of many different colors, and plants basically all over the place. On and there where the pastor would usually stand, that little like raised spot, there's a desk set up with a laptop and like an extra monitor and recording equipment, a camera, microphone, all that stuff. A ring light's even set up. And it looks like someone has basically set up their like Twitch streaming setup in the middle of a church.
Classy.
Mhm. And on the pillars there's like vines that are coming up. It's you can't really tell if they're real or fake or not. Um Especially considering they're inside. Um but yeah, and plants are like a really big theme in here. Again, whether they're real or fake, it's kind of hard to tell. And on the in the at the desk, there is another woman. Uh, she um she's also kind of small, especially in comparison to you two, since you're both kind of on the tall side. Um,
I mean, not at the moment. I'm not, but fair.
yeah. This like small-ish. She's like 5'8". She's average height, but next to Pat, she looks like a small person. Um, um, she's sitting there, kind of like lounging in a gaming chair that's at the desk in this like floor length red evening gown. And she's just kind of watching you two as you walk around, like checking out the place. She doesn't seem like she's in much of a hurry to like acknowledge you as of yet.
I'm
Uh,
I'm not exactly here to chew the scenery, so I'm
Mhm.
not going to.
Okay.
I'm going to look at my I suppose my current traveling companion, and I'm kind of like, would you like to record this interaction? Because I would like to speed this along personally.
Oh, well, I just figured I would leave the microphone on and see what we get.
Very well. I wheel myself right up to her. I'm not here for any dramatic nonsense.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the like raised spot she's on is not wheelchair accessible, so you're just
Yeah.
kind of there.
Is there a chair like across from her?
There are still pews set up in here.
Oh, are we supposed to like? Are we not supposed to like approach her directly? Do we get the vibe that it's like sit in the pews kind of situation, or?
Nah, not really. She's not saying anything. She's looking at you guys though. She's just kind of staring at you. It's kind of uncomfortable.
I pull out my shotgun and shoot her. No.
Well, rocks fall on you and you die.
I commit first degree murder for no reason. Um,
Yeah, she's just kind of staring at
campaign
you.
over.
She looks like she's expecting you to say something first, but she isn't making any blatant indications of that.
I would like to psych her out into saying something first. Like I want to just give her a
Okay.
look like, go on.
Um I'm trying to think of
Which role that would be.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to think if I should roll something or if you should. I guess let me think. I guess that would be you roll it's not really fast talk, is it?
I wouldn't know.
I'm more so
Charm?
talking to myself.
That's not getting picked up on the mic, is it?
No, what? No, I don't hear anything in the background.
Okay, good. The dogs were just going insane on the hardwood.
Aw.
Anyways,
You know what? I am going to roll something in the background.
Ooh.
but what if I want to roll?
I mean, I am doing a willpower check on her part.
Yeah, fair enough. Jesus Christ. Girl.
Um,
Oh my god.
why do I always roll a 43 on this? She stares at you for a little while, and then she kind of like shifts a bit, like she seems a little bit like surprised that you would do that, and but she still's kind of holding strong on not talking until you speak. But you can tell that you're kind of like getting to her.
That makes me happy enough to say the first word. So, what's the deal with this? How do we start? What's the plan here? Do you need me to get closer to your mic so you get a better recording? What's the deal?
Well, I'm not recording today. I only record on weekends because that's usually when I get the most people. But sorry, people were walking through my space. So just Kirk cut this little section out. Okay, we're good. Well, I only really record on the weekends because that's usually when I get like the biggest crowd, but so that won't be really necessary. Besides, I think considering your current situation, it might be unfair to try and ask you to come up here. I would rather come down to you. She says as she like she rises to her feet. And as she approaches you two, the first thing you observe about her, other than um general like height, physical appearance, is that she is uncomfortably beautiful.
That's
It's
good.
like sort of like if a porcelain doll was human sized and given sentience.
Or is it kind of like Uncanny Valley?
Kind of. It's kind of like if it's kind of like when you see a person and they're like so pretty, it kind of looks like she like has never like seen any sort of like pain or struggle or hardship in her life in terms of her appearance. It looks like she was just like taken out of a box and then placed on this
She
stage.
looks like she's been eating saltines in a room for 30 years and then brought out on stage.
Yes, exactly. Exactly that. But yeah, she approaches you and she steps down from the platform and looks down to you. And what she says next doesn't really seem to be out of like mockery, but more of an observation. I assume that you are here because you would like to walk again.
Well, I suppose that's one way of putting it. I'm not exactly stuck in the wheelchair. I just use it because it hurts to walk, not because I can't. So I suppose that's one way of looking at it. I'd really like to get the cancer out, though, if that's on the docket.
Oh, what sort of cancer?
Leukemia.
Oh.
Hmm. She cringes. It seems like out of like empathy, understanding that it's a really fucked up situation to be in. Well, I will say that I can definitely do something for you. As it is with most of my miracles, as people call them, it does take time to take effect. That's part of the reason why I ask anyone who gets a miracle from me to stay for 6 months, because it does take a little bit of time. You aren't going to suddenly have me snap my fingers and then suddenly you're cancer-free, walking again, all chipper and ready to go back to how your life was before. Granted, I'm assuming you already knew that. You seem like you're a smart fellow.
Well, assuming that your treatments are actually effective and that you're not some kind of charlatan, then yes, it would make sense that it wouldn't be effective right away. But then again, if you were running a scam, it would also make sense for you to make everybody wait as long as possible so people would forget that you've, done anything in the first place. Certain things have ways
Well-
of working themselves out, so,
Well, I will say you will notice some results right away, but you won't notice the full effect of what I plan on doing until some time has passed. You aren't going to walk or roll out of here not noticing a change. I can at least guarantee that.
But can you guarantee that Dr. Noun here will ever walk again? Can you guarantee that?
Oh, I absolutely can. I've done it hundreds of times. I haven't had a failure yet.
you've cured cancer dozens of times.
Of course.
All right. Well, I wouldn't be a doctor worth my salt if I didn't just go ahead and start with how and evidence, please, and studies of any kind.
Well, thing is that I don't have any studies, not in the sense of peer-reviewed. When you say, "Oh, I can cure cancer through channeling the power of the universe and the magic inside of us all," you kind of get laughed in your face. But I wouldn't be running this whole thing if I didn't actually believe in what I was doing. It's hard for people who run by faith to be taken seriously nowadays, and I understand science is it's very important, and it brings forth a lot of discoveries that benefit the human race, but I think we're kind of straying from our roots and looking away from the fantastical sometimes.
I see. Well, let's just see how this works then, shall we?
Well, yeah, seeing is believing after all. Well, normally I have people sit, but that is a problem that I think has already been solved. So all I'm going to ask you to do is hold this, and she deposits a crystal from the pocket on her dress and
Okay.
and places it in your hand. Just hold it in your hands and close your eyes. And allow yourself to become centered within yourself and feel your place in the universe and become connected to it.
You do realize that none of the things you just said are exactly intuitive?
Well, have you ever done meditating before?
Unfortunately, yes.
Just think of that. It's just meditating. Most of the work is going to come from my end. All you need to do is allow yourself to relax and allow your mind to clear.
All right, I try.
Pat is
All right.
standing there with a very skeptical look on their face. They've seen this crap before in their travels.
Aferlin gives you a look that kind of says, "You wait and see." Like, she looks extremely confident.
All right, then.
If you want, you can roll psychology on her.
Ooh,
I can,
Good
or Pat
idea.
can?
Either of you
Yeah,
can.
I'd like to do
Ooh.
that. Mm-hmm.
Twice.
Oh, fuck, my laptop's locking. God damn it.
Mine did the same thing. Wrong button. Okay, there we go. Psychology.
Ooh. I done it.
Okay.
All
Right.
My laptop locked on me. I'm getting a new one soon, but it locked on me. So did you guys give me your numbers yet?
Not yet. I got
Okay.
No.
a 24.
And I got a 9.
Let me see.
Sorry.
A nat 20.
And I got a 99.
Oh, you critically failed.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Damn it.
Noun, however, what did you get?
I got a 24.
Noun succeeds. However, I'm going to start with Pat. Pat, you assume that you believe that Aprilyn is about to kill Noun.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
You are fully convinced that that her intention is that she's just gonna take a knife out of underneath her dress and start stabbing them.
Not the good
Cool.
doctor.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I walk up and I walk up to Dr. Noun and I'm like, I'm sorry, Doc. I can't let you go through this. I just can't stand here and watch some other hoo-ha mumbo jumbo person spit garbage all day. And he takes the crystal out of your hand and throws it against the wall.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Sorry, they. Shit, they.
Can I know what? It's okay. Can I know what I gleaned before? As this is
What she's saying.
do I have a way of
You-
contesting
You can
this sudden violent act?
you can I suppose you could try and like grapple or like try and resist Cat grabbing the crystal.
I mean, I'm gonna try.
Could you guys like do like can you guys both do like a strength check?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna make me.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Let me get in there. Okay. Strength. Well,
All right, let me look here.
well, here's the good news for you, Pat.
Oh no.
Noun does not have very good strength going.
Pat doesn't have great
As
strength
a
either, but-
leukemia patient
Oh,
on chemo.
God. Melissa feels terrible about what I'm doing. Oh shit.
You know,
hmm.
I didn't roll terrible, actually.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 17.
Well, you
And
succeed.
I rolled
Hey!
What about
and
Pat?
I rolled an 11. Pat rolled an 11.
Oh my god.
You succeeded better.
no,
You
no.
critically
I'm so
succeeded.
sorry.
Pat, please.
Sorry.
Oh no. Oh
Pat,
no.
you almost take down with you
Oh,
with the
shit.
crystal.
Oh shit.
Am I knocked out of my chair?
No, thankfully you're
Okay,
not
good.
knocked out of your chair. You succeeded high enough on your strength check that you don't get hurt in the process, but like your chair kind of like leans forward a little bit, so you kind of like pull back to like adjust so you don't fall over. Your cat is kind of like, "Rah, what the fuck?"
Oh.
and the crystal is thrown at the wall, but is surprisingly undamaged.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
And Aprilyn looks completely unbothered.
I don't. What? Why? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's all mumbo jumbo, so I'm not really that upset about it, but why?
Something about this place, out of any of the other places that I've been to, and trust me, I've seen a lot of hoaxes in my time, but I've seen a lot of bad things too. Most cults end with everybody dying, or at least some people dying, or the leader taking off with every material good or possession that the cult members have, and fleeing the country and never facing justice. So I freaked out a little bit, just a little bit. Tell you what, I have a very unsightly mole on my left shoulder that I would really like to have go away. If you can do that, then Doc, you have Afrelin do whatever it was you came here to do.
I just kind of like shrug my shoulders and motion like, go for it. This is all bullshit anyways. Why do we go ahead?
Afrelin, again, she looks like the last 2 minutes just didn't happen. She's just like, okay, have a seat.
All right, fine. I'm gonna
And
keep the microphone on.
she retrieves the crystal. All right. She retrieves the crystal from the wall. Which the wall is the wall looks like someone just threw a baseball at it at Mach 10 speeds, but the crystal seems completely unharmed. And she places the crystal into your hand and gives you the same instructions that she gave Noun to center yourself and clear your minds and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
Got that?
I take a deep breath and try and clear my mind. Do I feel anything from the crystal? Like, I don't know, a coldness, a warmness, a humming sensation? Does the air temperature in the room change? Anything like that?
Roll me a power check.
Yay!
Robin, you now you too.
A what check?
Power.
Oh. I don't remember what Noun's power is.
All right, hang on.
That's
Noun's
not,
power.
Oh,
that's not
okay.
terrible.
All right.
I've been rolling pretty good.
Okay.
And there it goes.
Pat rolled a 37. Damn it.
Got a 68.
Pat succeeds,
Ooh.
Noun fails.
Oh, sorry, Noun.
Pat, you feel like there's something emanating from the crystal. It's not like a temperature feeling. It's like it's radiating something out of it. Trying to think of how to describe this. It's like it's vibrating, but you can't feel the physical vibrations. It's like you're feeling the vibrations in your soul, if that makes sense.
Like it's thrumming with energy.
Yes, that is a word.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then you notice the feeling of a hand on either shoulder. Now you can see that Aprilyn has her hands on Pat's shoulder.
Pat
and
stutters. Their eyes go a little wider, but they remain calm.
Aprilyn reminds you to keep your eyes closed.
Oh, right. Shuts eyes tight.
Yeah. She then closes her own eyes and she doesn't say anything, but Pat, you notice that the air in the room has sort of shifted.
Oh.
Now you're kind of just why they're just both closing their eyes and Aprilyn has her hands on her shoulders.
Okay. Can I see this mole, first of all?
Yeah, I rolled up I rolled up my shirt sleeve.
Then can I, first and foremost, I probably already gave it a once over, like just like a glance over at it. Can I make a medicine roll to see if I can get anything about this mole?
Medicine
Or
is typically used as like a healing roll,
or like
but
first aid or something? Or like some kind of
first
like
aid is also
like a knowledge
You-
about body.
biology. That would be a biology roll.
Okay. I should have I have a pretty good biology. Pretty good biology. 34.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's just kind of like a regular skin blemish. It doesn't seem like it's like cancerous or like concerning at all. It's just a mole, really.
Fair enough.
So yeah, with your initial inspection of it, it just looks like a mole
It looks
that
like
maybe someone would be self-conscious about it, but not really
it looks like something I
something
could, as a PCP, probably just like snip off and call it a day about, huh?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Can I get a feel for what she's doing right now? Like, can I like see? I guess since I know what she's doing, which is sitting there with her eyes closed, so that doesn't help me at all, really. I can't glean a medical procedure from that.
She doesn't seem to be doing anything medical at this point. She's just standing there with her hands on on Pat's shoulders. I will allow you to roll another power check if you would like.
I'll try it, but I doubt it. 2 zeros and an 8. Is that 108 or is that just
That's an 8?
Okay, well there you go. I got
That's
an 8.
Nice. You notice suddenly it's like a light was switched in a way. You notice that there is a red aura coming off of Aprilyn and another aura coming off of Pat, and they're kind of like intermingling with each other, and it's like there's these like undulating ripples in the air between the two, and you notice like the air has shifted, like, and you're seeing this with your own eyes that something fantastical is going on here.
Gonna take a quick glance at my pain pills and make sure that I didn't overdose today, and I did not, so that's concerning.
But yeah, what is your response to this noun? You're just and then after a few moments,
I'm immediately
Aprilyn
looking around for like hologram projectors or like just projectors in general.
spot hidden.
Okay, sure. Spot hidden. I don't have a bad spot hidden. I say that, but like it's worse than my power, which was pretty hard to hit for me. No, just no.
What did you roll?
It's just a 67, but no.
Okay. Yeah, no. You don't find anything, but eventually it fades, and with it, so does Pat's mole. It's gone. And Aprilyn removes her hands from Pat's shoulders and tells them that they can open their eyes once more.
Pat does. They kind of flutter
And
open.
yeah, it's gone.
They reach out and like very gently palpate their shoulder where the mole used to be. And then slowly Pat looks over at Dr. Noun and just has this like, oh fuck, I've gotten in too deep expression on their face.
I would like both of you to roll me sanity.
I don't
Okay.
want to do
No, I'm
that though.
scared.
What if I
I'm very
don't?
scared. I don't wanna. Okay. Shit, which one is sanity again? No, that's not.
Sanity is equal to your
Oh,
power.
right, power. Okay, gotcha. All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Come on, baby. Be good to me. Virtual D100. Oh,
What did you roll?
Oh, man.
44.
Oh god, you barely made
I
it.
know. that's what-
Jeez. Okay. I rolled a 46.
You are also
Oh,
okay.
thank God. Okay, good. Phew.
You guys are both freaked out, but fine. But yeah, she steps back, gets the crystal back and looks at you two with a smile on her face that kind of says like, I told you so.
All right. So you can remove a simple blemish. Color me mildly impressed at least.
Mildly impressed is one way you could put it.
Gonna wheel myself back up to her. First of all, I'm gonna put a hand on like Pat's arm, which Pat will probably note is a very, very weak touch. Almost like I have a 25 in strength.
Pat very gently puts their hand on top of your hand, but like really gently.
This is a kind of like an it's okay kind of motion.
Right.
And Noun's gonna say, so you can guarantee that I won't have my immune system suppressed anymore. I will be able to go back to healing the sick, and I'll be able to walk without immense amounts of pain, and stop using these damn painkillers. These are the things you can guarantee me?
I can guarantee you that, yes. Like I said before, it's not going to be instantaneous. A blemish is a whole lot easier to make go away instantly. Cancer is a whole other bear. It may take a toll on you at first, but I will say that it will. Over the course of 6 months, you will notice that all of your ailments will disappear.
Fine. I don't really have much else to lose anyways. I don't have much longer anyway, so might as well.
Wonderful. I am glad that you are making a choice to help yourself.
Making a
And
choice to
she-
help others. I want to make that abundantly clear.
Pat raises their
Apelin nods.
sorry. Pat raises their hand and asks Applin, would it be all right if Dr. Noun, if I could ask that you talk about what you're feeling while the process is happening?
If I'm permitted to speak during the process, I know I must keep my eyes closed.
Other than that, speaking should not be an issue, no.
Then
Just don't scream. That can break my concentration.
is it going to be painful? Because if it's going to be painful, I can't guarantee I won't scream.
It will not be painful, no.
Then what? You know what? Never mind. Let's get on with it. Yes, I will speak during the process.
All right.
And she places the crystal in your hand, Noun, and reminds you of
throws
the...
it again.
That
Shoves me out of my wheelchair.
Sorry. It's a reflex.
Anyway.
throws a wheelchair bound person onto the floor. Sorry, it's a reflex. God.
Sorry, I just hate cyborgs.
Cancelled.
Oh, poor Pat.
Yeah, Apelin places the crystal in your hand and asks you to close your eyes and begin meditating and allowing yourself to go to a calm place in your mind.
I do that.
You do that. Nice. You do that.
I done it.
You do that.
Can you once again roll me power?
You gotta make me stop rolling under power. Oh my god.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 34, but I keep teetering so close to not passing. I'm scared. One of these is gonna be a really important roll, and I'm gonna fuck it so hard.
Oh, well, you do notice the shifting in the air, and you notice the an energy emanating from the crystal, and Aprilyn's hands being placed on both of your shoulders.
If you
Um,
to go to... I am describing this as it happens to me. my
Yeah.
lord.
Okay,
Out
Uh,
loud.
Pat, can you also give me a little cheeky power check?
Of course. All right.
Bean, bean.
Do, 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 do.
Hello, beans, beanie baby. Get out my chair. You cannot sit in the chair with me while I'm recording. I am sorry, everyone.
How dare you?
Come
No.
on. Do not do this. Okay, here we go. All right, that's a 40.
Oh, you succeed.
yeah.
Good job. You did it. You once again notice the shifting in the
Mhm.
air. And Noun, you suddenly feel like an immense amount of energy is being poured into you.
I don't word it as energy because that sounds like hokum bullshit, but I do say something.
It kind of feels like, you know that feeling when you suddenly have like zoomies, but you can't move? It feels like that.
So energy. I feel energetic.
Yes.
I feel energized. I'll say that. I will not say I feel energy being coursed into me.
But can you roll me a little sexy constitution roll?
So you want me to die?
Yes.
Oh God.
Don't
You
say
can't
that.
die. I just met you.
Ah! Well, that one's a 4. As it fell on the
Nice!
floor. Well, not a 4
Oh.
total. I just
Oh.
dropped one of them. Oh, no, it is a 4.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you succeed. Definitely succeed. And but you definitely feel that energy. It's almost overwhelming, but other than that, you feel fine. And then she takes her hands from off of your shoulders. The energy somewhat subsides, but you feel not healthy, but you feel less
Blech.
gross. Yeah, you feel less blech. Like, you feel a little like there's a little more energy in you. Some of the pain has dulled. You may even notice that it looks like a little bit more colors in your skin other than like that sickly greenish hue that people get when they're feeling sick.
I'm not quite as sallowed.
Yes. You look so much you look visually, you look like you're doing so much better. You're still very thin and frail, and you aren't entirely sure if you would be able to walk from here to the door without a little bit of struggle, but you do feel a difference inside of you. So, how do you feel?
I'll tell you this much, it feels a lot better than chemo, so that's a good start.
Well, that's good. Within like the first month, you might expect to you might find that your weight will go back to a healthier range. You'll find you're less nauseous, feeling less pain. around like the 3-month mark, you might find that walking is a lot easier. And over time, you're going to find that movement is going to be a whole lot easier, and you're going to find that you're not going to bruise as easily. You aren't going to pour buckets of blood if you get a simple paper cut, things like that.
Well, that'll be a delight at least.
It'll take time. I'm not going to say it'll be easy, but this is the first step on a journey towards your recovery. So, is there any other requests that you have of me?
Only if you can teach me how to do that if this ends up working.
Well, we do have a pretty extensive library, and I would not be opposed to teaching you some tips and tricks as to how I do things. We do have 6 months together after all. You can learn a lot in that time.
Indeed. First, we'll have to
It
see if
does
this
take some
actually
time.
works.
It will. Don't you worry. It will work.
Right.
And I will have a friend coming to retrieve your belongings and get you fixated with a place to stay. And with that, she goes up to her desk and goes back to whatever it was she was doing before, as if this is just regular old Tuesday for her.
I mean, I'd imagine it is. It's literally her job, so.
Mm-hmm. And the door at the far back corner, opens, and there is an individual who enters, who looks like this guy. They are wait, I'm misgendering my fucking character. Z is an average height individual, and they have short lilac hair. Um a pair of like chunky tombstone earrings, as well as a black pullover. They look very alt, is how I would describes them. Z.
Zemnian.
I keep misgendering my own OC. But yeah, they pull you in, not physically, but they guide you into this back room with a curtain on the far wall from the door. So, I'm Bo, and I'm sort of like a little orientation person. How are y'all feeling? Good, I hope.
About as good as can be expected, I suppose.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad. But yeah, I'm going to be showing you all to where you're gonna be staying and all of that jazz. Um, I'm assuming you guys brought a suitcase of
Yeah.
clothes and stuff, knowing that you guys were gonna be here for a
Mhm.
while.
I brought suitcase of clothing, and I brought my doctor's stuff,
Your
general
medical
medical
equipment.
general medical equipment. Nothing too crazy. I didn't bring an IV machine with me or something crazy like that. But,
I brought
first aid kit and some extra stuff.
I brought
Okay,
cloves and
cool.
extra AA batteries. Or batteries. Just a bag of batteries. On a laptop.
Batteries. All right.
Just so fucking full of batteries.
So full of batteries.
Pat eats batteries.
Battery.
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 I roll biology
right.
to see if Pat eats batteries.
Yeah, yeah. They don't call me Puxel for nothing.
All right.
Ah,
Bo goes to the corner of the room and he pulls back this curtain. It's like a thick black curtain, like the kinds that they have at in front of a stage in a theater.
Mm-hmm.
And Z pull it back and you guys see the town, or what you think is the town. It doesn't look like really anything you've seen before. Or maybe you have. I don't know what sort of weird things you have experienced in your life. What you guys see is this ravine, and it's kind of like dipping down. Um, and inside this ravine is shipping containers, stacked on top of each other, um, on either side of the ravine, and there's like an opening in the middle.
Okay.
And each of these shipping containers has like a door cut out and like a window. Some of them have signs that sort of indicate that they're like some sort of like restaurant or shop or some other like sort of business.
But it's all
And
shipping containers. Everything's like made out of shipping containers. Sorry.
yeah, have you ever seen a shipping container house
Yeah,
before?
yeah. I'm
Yes.
clarifying in my head.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Oh.
Except there's hundreds
So
of
it
them.
it's a shanty town.
Yes.
Okay.
It's literally a shanty town.
Oh, lovely.
And there are these and there are like these sort of walkways made out of wood in front of each level. And you notice that there's like bridges between and ramps and stairs to get up and down. And in front of you guys is there's a stairway right in front of you, and then there's also a ramp to get to any of the 3 levels to the side as well.
I'm just gonna go ahead and look in my bag to make sure I have enough Tdaps on me.
Oh no.
Pat looks at Bo. Pat looks at Bo and is like, "So, I'm guessing y'all don't have a Starbucks, huh?"
We do have a coffee shop though.
Oh, great.
I mean, we're able to like we are able to like have some things delivered here. We also do grow a lot of our own food.
Okay. I know what the buildings are made out of. What's the ground here? Am I having any better luck in a wheelchair accessible location here yet? Or is this still a nightmare?
Well, it's decently wheelchair accessible with like the ramps and things like that.
Okay.
The wooden it's not really like planks. It's kind of like they took like thick sheets of plywood and converted them into walkways. It's not any less wheelchair accessible than a sidewalk.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Just want to be sure.
Yeah, no, this place is in fact wheelchair accessible, especially considering there are a lot of people who come here who do require the use of a wheel.
I rolled a 70. Don't know what I was rolling for, but I rolled a 70.
Good job. I'm so proud of you. You failed.
Oh.
But yeah, Bo brings you guys to the second level and guides you guys towards the backish. It's not the furthest you've ever walked in the world. It was only like a half mile, but it's definitely a bit of a trek after having to like wait outside for like several hours. And you guys are let into what appears to be an uninhabited shipping container. Inside is There's like a sitting area and a kitchen. It's like a kitchenette sort of situation. It's not like the fanciest thing in the world. There's a door on the back that seems to be the bathroom, and then there's a bed situation all the way on the far right.
Just the one, or?
Oh no, there's 6 beds there.
Oh, okay.
And there's like curtains between them for
Oh,
privacy.
thank God.
Sort of like how you would see in like a hospital. So you could basically have a curtain completely blocking your area. There's also closets and dressers in that area as well for you guys to put all of your items so you aren't living out of a suitcase. It's not the fanciest thing in the world, but it'll definitely keep you comfortable for the next 6 months. And Bo places a stack of paper on the kitchen table. And gestures to it. It's like, well, this is your welcome packet. I don't want to go through everything in there for y'all. I'm sure you guys can read it at your own time. We also have it in Braille if you need it. But yeah, I will let you guys take the time to get settled in, get comfortable, put all your stuff away and all that. And I will get out of your hair. Oh, wait, there's one thing that I need to do though first before I let you guys be. And so considering a lot of people who come here are here because like they are trying to get a cure for a disability or a disease, and there's people here like trying to pull themselves out of poverty and a lot of very uncomfortable, very sensitive situations. We really value the privacy of the people who are here. Also, technology is kind of um um I don't know how to say this. To make a very long story short, I am going to need to take your phones. It's not like you will never get them back or anything. It's just like um you'll only be able to access them at certain times and things like that. Just to make sure that no one is leaking any private information of the people who are here. And also we don't really want this place to become a spectacle or a tourist destination or anything like that. So sorry about that, but I would very much appreciate it if I could have those.
What's the skill for lying again?
Uh, the skill for lying would you could do either fast talk or persuade. It depends on what sort of way you're going to do it. Are you kind of like going like a long con situation, or you're trying to like get out of here as quickly, get this situation resolved as quickly as possible?
Pat's gonna fast talk.
Okay.
Noun is going to persuade.
Okay.
For starters, Noun's going to go, I appreciate the need for privacy here. I'm a doctor, of course. Doctor-patient confidentiality and all that. I would never want to make anybody a spectacle, ever. And I don't exactly look to go through people's things. However, although I don't work very often, I do sometimes still need to keep in contact with certain patients, so I would appreciate keeping my device on hand. If you all would like to go through it occasionally to check and make sure I haven't been sending pictures or anything anywhere, you may feel free to do so, but I would like to keep my device on me. Thank you.
Okay. Can you roll persuade then?
You sure you don't want me to roll charm?
I don't think that's very fitting of the situation, though. Nice try.
Okay, but hear me out. I got a 50 in charm.
No. No.
Please.
But no.
This is gonna be the one that fucks me, isn't it? Oh! It's not gonna be the one that fucks me.
What did you get?
I got a 1.
Oh my phone! What the fuck?
son, damn. That's
I'm gonna
amazing.
send a picture and everything.
Game's broken, guys. Time to go home.
Oh, tell me what I want. What I really, really want. I'll tell you what I want.
What
What
I
I really, really want.
It's my phone.
What's the sitch?
Oh, sorry. That literally was my phone.
Fantastic.
I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. Oh my god.
I don't know how I did that. I thought for sure that was gonna be the one that fucked me. It's okay. We're gonna be chased by a fucking horror terror later on the line, and I'm just gonna get fucking murdered with a 99 or some shit.
Bro, bro looks convinced. Also mark that off so I can do an improvement score for you.
Okay, I don't know. I just do the little checky box.
Yeah, do the little checky box.
Okay. Oh, bye, whoever that was. I hope that wasn't Craig. No, thank
That
God.
was Tyler.
That's fine. I
Hi,
just assured
Tyler.
it was Craig.
Okay, let's see how well I do. If you can do it, I sure as hell can.
Here's hoping.
What's your reasoning to be able to keep your device? Pat.
I'm just gonna look right at Bo and be like, well, gee whiz, it's a good thing I left my phone inside of Vera, which is my van's name.
All right. Roll me fast talk.
Call. There it is. Okay. All right, here we go.
Rolls
Here we
a
go.
straight
Here we
100.
go. Here we go. Yes. Unlock phone. Okay. I rolled. Come on, baby. I rolled a 66.
Fast talk. Where's your fast talk? Yeah, you failed.
Bitch. All right.
Yeah,
So sorry.
Z shakes her head and they're like, it's current year. No one leaves their phone in their car.
It's current year. Yeah, right.
As you deposit your phone, they take it. However, they look to you now and they're like, well, considering your career and all that, and you seem like a pretty trustworthy person, I will allow you to keep your phone. Just please don't do anything stupid with it. Don't go around taking pictures of people and things and all that stuff.
Oh, and
I don't particularly plan on it.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, I hope y'all have a good time getting settled in. I'm gonna get going, and if you need me, I will be at the first crate on the top floor. That's like our little like help desk area, like for getting you orientated and all that stuff. It's right by Aprilyn's temple. You can't really miss it. So you two have fun, and I will see you later. And they walk out the door backwards doing finger guns.
nice.
And then they close the door and they leave you to be.
Well, they're certainly a character.
No kidding. I
Well,
wonder.
at least you were able to keep your recording devices on you.
That's true. I mean, you'd think they would go for those first and not the phone. Now, sure, I'm gonna miss my phone, but I'm much happier that I get to keep this Pat's recording device. I mean, Pat's their recording device.
You get the impression that Bo didn't understand what that piece of equipment was and didn't take it because they weren't sure what it was.
Oh, you know, I'm not sure that Bo is as up on technology as Z would like to be. You would think with all the streaming stuff and everything inside of Aprilyn's temple that Aprilyn would want an assistant that would know how to operate those things.
You know, you have a point, but I don't think we're gonna find anything out about it anytime soon.
Probably not. Well, I'm gonna at least see if I can get Wi-Fi. I pull out my rucksack and dig in. If I buried my laptop underneath all of my clothes, I gotta dump the audio onto something.
God damn it! You can't have your cell phone as laptop and recording equipment.
I'm a podcaster. God damn it!
Listen, I don't want to metagame, but I will say Bo's intelligence score is not the highest.
No, it's great, but it's also just like, of course. Of course.
Oh, I love it here. I mean, Melissa loves it here. I'm not sure how long that will last, but
Yeah.
Excuse me.
All right. Unless you guys want to go check out the town, that's all I have for you guys today.
Do we get a sense for any roommates that we might be having in here? Or is that just gonna be the
You
rest
get
of the party?
That's gonna be the rest.
gotcha.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. They are going to arrive the day after you two.
Cool.
So you guys get the room for yourselves for the night.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
Wink
yeah.
wonk.
All right.
So yeah,
I've got the whole first season of Boy Meets World downloaded on my laptop, Dr. Noun. We're gonna have a
Oh,
party.
oh dear God. Someone get me a new room.
and that's where we're gonna end today's session. All right, and with that, we are going to cut back to the current timeline where the rest of the party is. So this has been Melissa and Robin on we had scheduling conflicts but still wanted to get this in. So this is being recorded 2 days after the actual session. So Kirk, back to the original recording. Aprilyn is kind of inching towards a door in the back right corner. She kind of has this look of okay, can we go now? I would love to give all of you miracles if you would so choose, but it seems that some of you are still a little hesitant on that, which is totally understandable. However, if you must understand that if you would like to visit my town, you will have to stay for the full 6 months. And I am okay if you want to go and not receive a miracle, but the 6 months thing is just, I don't like when people just come in and out willy-nilly. It's a liability issue as much as it is I want to respect the privacy of the people who do come here. And I don't want to set the precedent that this place is a tourist destination.
With that, Jeff's face kind of eases tension. It's like, yeah, I suppose that's fair.
So, I will give you guys a moment to make your decision about whether or not you would like a miracle, or if you would just simply like to proceed on to getting you guys your accommodations.
Just so you know, and Rose just kind of loud whispers this, it's a stage whisper, so everyone can hear her, but it sounds like a whisper. She's just just so you know, if you do the weird crystal thing, it does feel weird a little bit, but I was fine afterward, so I'm sure you'll be fine too, hopefully.
Anchor.
Liam, you called Jeff Anchor.
I'm stuck on Anchor. I'm sorry.
Anchor is a good boy.
Anchor is good boy.
Anchor is not good boy.
He is good boy.
Anchor is a good boy, and now Anchor needs to do 5 nice things.
Anchor isn't in this universe.
Anchor
No.
is here now.
You're not in this episode.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Me holding all of my D&D characters. I always want to play with all of you.
Okay, back on topic, please.
Back on track, my children.
Jeff looks at Liam and sees what he says.
So, Liam kind of ponders for a moment. I will go for a miracle, but I don't think now is the right time. If that makes sense, Miss Apperlin.
So you need some time to think about what exactly you want to ask for.
Yes, ma'am.
Of course. And, Mr. Savage,
Please,
Monsieur...
please call me Jeff. I don't like being looked as a savage animal.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Adam Savage from the Mythbusters.
Alright, Jeff. I'm assuming you are going to hold off for now. I can tell that you are a bit hesitant about everything that's been going on here.
I will confess, I am skeptical, but I am also in desperate times and for change. But I will hold off on the miracle for now.
Okay. Well, you know where to find me.
Jeff nods.
And 7.
I don't need miracle.
Okay. I completely understand and I respect your decision, but if you would like to leave, this is your moment to leave. And she gives you all a moment to see if any of you leave.
Nope.
Jeff stays.
Could you imagine if we just all left right now and that was the end of the Call of Cthulhu campaign? We were all
Well,
just like,
you can't leave. You already have a miracle.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
you can't leave.
This just becomes the Rose show. Everybody else is like, nah, I'm out. It's just
Just listen, fuck this shit, I'm out. No, Liam stays.
Alright. Wonderful. And she guides you over to the back door. Well, without any further ado, did you guys bring any, like, bags with, like, clothes, toiletries, etc.?
Probably.
Yeah, I figured that was a given.
I assume
Yeah,
I don't have anything in my gear slot, but I assume she brought something. Mainly, at least a packet of ramen noodles.
Well, I would assume that they would have all brought, like, a suitcase or two of clothes and toiletries, etc.
Rose has got a
so
backpack.
you guys don't need to write that down. It's implied.
Okay, neat.
Here.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to assume that you guys are naked if you don't specify every article of clothing you're wearing. I just wanted to make sure, like, I wasn't sure if somebody just was like, oh shit, I need to bring clothes, like, because, I mean, I did have a plan if that happened. Alright, then, one of my dear friends, I don't like to use the word followers, it gives off a very icky vibe in my head. One of my friends will help guide you to your accommodations for your time staying here. And she opens the door and you see I just realized I'm not sure if you can actually copy an image from
Discord, you can?
Oh no, I have my images saved on a Google Slides. It's just but I'm gonna have to look in my direct messages with a little bitch by the name of Mika.
Alright, oh, I don't think I actually sent them to him. God damn it, I sent them to you, Tyler. Because, I sent you these people without being
context.
seen- without context. There we go. That's the person I want. Who's thumping?
That was my cat. I'm so sorry.
Is it Luso?
Yeah, she's playing with a book. I don't
Baby.
know.
She wants to be smart.
She's definitely
Alright.
trying.
If you look,
She's gonna be smart. She's gonna be smart like parent.
If you look in Call of Cthulhu handouts, or COC handouts, or cock handouts, however you want to,
I can't.
you'll see, there is an individual with, short, lilac hair. Kind of looks like, Z cut it herself.
I was about to say lesbian, but they're not, yeah, never mind. Keep going.
Yeah, Z are a, neutral presenting person. Z are wearing large gravestone earrings, as well as a black pullover hoodie. They're also wearing a pair of sunglasses, sort of like aviators in terms of like style. Z are also wearing a pair of like I don't know how to say it, like, parachute pants, but not really.
Bell bottoms?
Nah, not bell bottoms. They're like cargo shorts, like cargo pants, but they're a lot more bulky.
Okay.
And yeah, they're just, they're vibing over there. And as, you four enter, Z extend. What order are you guys entering the door?
I know Rose isn't first because when Rose gets up from the floor, she's turning around and offering a hand to help Seven up. So I think one of the other two would probably get ahead of her first.
I'll be first.
All right. Then Z sticks her hand out to you and says, "Hi, I'm Bo, and I'm going to be taking you to your room."
Oh. Thanks, Bo.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to know, for convenience's sake, so I'm not walking all over the place, are you guys okay with kind of like sharing a room? We kind of have like communal accommodations here. If any of you guys are kind of uncomfortable with that, we can give you more private quarters, but I just need to know like how you guys plan on setting yourselves up.
It's fine with me as long as you all are fine with snoring. I'm joking.
I'm used to dressing rooms, it's fine.
I'm joking, by the way. I don't snore.
As long as I have my own personal bed and I won't be sleeping right next to somebody, I'll be okay.
No, that's not really how we're gonna have things set up.
So it's like
You're gonna
separate
have your own
rooms,
bed.
but we all have our own. But we all share the kitchen and living room sort of situation.
Sort of. You'll just have to see for yourself how we have things set up.
All right, let's go then.
And he lets you through the door, and as you guys walk past Bo, there's like a curtain set up in front of the door. It's like the door, and there's like this little like tiny room where you guys met Bo, and there's this like thick curtain. Like if you've ever been in theater before, which all of you have, you know those like thick stage curtains.
Like a backdrop? Yeah. Or okay, fair.
No, like the ones in the front.
Oh, okay. Also,
Like
are they red?
The thick, heavy. No, actually, this is a black curtain.
Oh.
Okay, so it's okay. Yeah, I know.
Did someone see a red curtain and they wanted to paint it black?
I hate you. Rocks fall on you and you die.
Perhaps red was indication of like red flags, and now that we're here, there's no turning back. No point. I'm looking in too deep into this.
You're
Kids,
going
could you lighten
way
up a
too
little?
dark.
Kids, could you lighten up a little?
I'm
Let the
assuming that was
non-binary person that escort you to your door.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean,
So, go ahead.
sorry, I just wanted to mention. I forgot to mention that C is wearing a pansexual pride flag pin on them.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yes. Pan pride.
And pride.
So, Bo, like looks at all y'all and gives a little smile as he walks over to like a corner of this little like room / lobby situation and pulls a cord, like a pull cord, and the curtains draw back and what you see is not what you're expecting. I can say that with certainty that it's not at all what you were thinking.
Is it like the open bedroom in Rocky Horror?
No. When they pull back the curtain, like what you see is like it's you realize that you guys are under an awning when you guys have walked through this door. And you guys are currently outside. And before you is sloping down is this ravine. And the top of this ravine is lined by a thick dense forest of trees, vines, brambles, all pushed together. But as you go down, inside of this ravine is on either side as it widens sort of in like a V, is shipping containers like stacked on top of each other. And on the sides of these shipping containers, it seems that they have been outfitted, all of them, with doors and a little window on the side. And there are, on each layer, like each level, and there's like 3 or 4 levels depending on the area. It's not exactly even. There are these little, like walkways made out of wood on each side, for each level, and intermittently there's like a staircase to get up and down from each level. It's basically like if someone like got one of those like giant like boats from that like ship things all over the place, you know how they are, and decided to convert it into a city.
Neat.
And you notice that this stretches out far. Like, this ravine, it's like long and it's wide. It goes at least a mile out. And it just slopes down, going deeper and deeper. And it kind of gets hard to see because there's like there's bridges across from either side, basically creating, I don't even know how to like equate this to something else in real life. But yeah, it is similar to it's kind of similar to the to like the pirate town in the live action Pan movie with
Robin Williams, where it's kind of like all like dense and packed into each other. Very lively, a bit chaotic. A lot less of the violence. But yeah. So Bo guides you all. I'm trying to decide what I want the music to be right now. We'll just go with this for now. So Bo guides you guys down one of the paths on like the second floor. Like there's like a set of like stairs that you guys can walk down. There's also a ramp nearby for people who need wheelchairs and things like that. And so you guys descend the stairs and walk down the path for the second level. And they lead you like not towards the absolute back, but about about half a mile down. It's a little bit of a walk. It takes you guys about like 10 minutes to get back there. And you guys find yourself walking past people who are like hanging out in their like little like shipping container homes. There are people who have like set out like little like porch like areas on the walkway, who are like hanging out, spending time with each other. There are a few like that what might look like a shop or a restaurant or things like that as you walk by. And finally you make it back to where you guys are going to be staying. And it's a lot less lively over here. It seems like this is kind of like where they're kind of like putting the new people, and people haven't really been filled in here yet. Bo opens the door for you guys, and inside is like, it's like a combination between like a studio and like one of those like cabins that you would go to in summer camp, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There is it's a pretty like large space. It is more wide. It's more long than it is wide, if that makes sense. But all the way in the back, you notice there is like a line of beds there. Two of which have bags sitting at them that they seem to have been settled in. And then another 4 beds that are nice and open for you guys. Between each bed, there is a curtain. It's plain white right now, just the plain white curtain, kind of like what you would see like in a divider in a hospital room, in a way. It's for some semblance of privacy. And then closer to the entrance is a kitchen area. It's sort of a kitchenette, but there's a dining table as well. It's not like a big fancy kitchen. There's an oven, a microwave, a fridge for you guys to put your own food. And then you notice a door that's sort of towards the middle wall, as well. And then around the sleeping area, there's like dressers and closets and things like that. As well as a kind of modest sitting area. But you notice a lack of technology in the room. To which Bo actually says, well, I hate to do this, but it's kind of just policy, I guess. Just for privacy reasons, we don't really allow phones and laptops and recording equipment here. Just for the privacy of everyone here, because obviously most of the people who are here because they needed to be here, if that makes sense. So there's no easy way around this. I'm asking you to give me your phones.
Jeff sighs and pulls out his phone out of his pocket and holds it out.
Thank you.
Rose also kind of sighs, like kind of pulls out her phone, checks it for messages, which she doesn't have any, turns it off, and then hands it over.
Liam's already handed his phone over, and it's already off. Here you go.
Perfect. And you, sir? Bo is looking at you. 7.
He's just kind of like look at him like really like weirded out, but also just kind of like disgusted, and then he's gonna pull out his phone, which is like really cracked and stuff, and then just like turn it off and like kind of like slowly hand it over.
Oh, yes, Americans are so poor. Has a cracked screen.
So we aren't taking him away forever, obviously. We do have like times to like contact loved ones and things like that. And whatever it is that you may need to do. We just really want to respect the privacy of people who are here. But yeah, thank you so much for not having a whole thing about that. And I will leave you guys to get settled in. My apartment is on the top level, more close to Aprilyn's temple. So if you ever need me, let me know. It's the one with the genderqueer pride flag in the window, so you can't really miss it. And Z gives you finger guns as they place your phones in a bag and kind of like starts inching towards the door.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, what's up?
Genderqueer flag. What does that look like?
Purple, white, and green. Where's it green, white, and purple? I might have put it up and put it down.
Okay.
Did I put it up upside down?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, I will see y'all later. If you need me, let me know. There is also, we do have, like, some, like, restaurants around, and, like, but we have, like, stores if you need, like, new clothes or, XYZ.
Do you
we
need
basically...
money for those restaurants?
No, we don't do that here.
Rose's eyes go wide, and she's just like drops her bag and just walks out the door to go find a restaurant.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Everything here is kind of either it's funded through Aprilyn's YouTube and media appearances and brand merch and things like that, or we make it or grow it here on in the town. So
Comes back. Where's the nearest restaurant?
I think there's a map. I totally forgot to give you guys a map. There's a map around. I'll have to find you guys ones. I was supposed to give you guys a little welcome kit, and I totally didn't do that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You just have to forgive her. She is very, 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 very tired of ramen.
I can imagine. There isn't very many good flavors of ramen. There's like ones that are like tolerable, but no, they taste like depression.
And the spicy
But
chicken
yeah,
one just tastes like spicy depression.
there's like a sort of like diner sort of vibe we have going, like 10 crates down. It's like the bright green one. And then there's also some other ones. I think we have a place that does like sushi or whatever. I don't know. I don't really go to a lot of like the restaurants and stuff. I like to cook my own stuff. But yeah,
already like watering, just thinking about not eating ramen, and she just kind of looks at everybody else. Is like, does anyone else want to eat food?
Liam kind of raises his hand with another hand rummaging through his pockets, pulling out another notebook and pen.
Okay.
Like switching
yeah,
out one notebook for the other.
Do you have like dedicated notebooks for like different topics?
That's what's going through Liam's head. Yes.
Okay. You know what? I have been here for like 2 years. So I have seen many strange things, so I'm just not gonna ask any questions. But yeah, I'm gonna stop at my place. I'll probably see you guys around. If you need anything, let me know. You can also the very first unit on the top floor by closest to Aprilyn's temple is a like help room for like people who need to get like orientated or like need help. It's basically just like a dedicated like this is how yeah, I'll see y'all later. And then they kind of finger gun their way out of the
Jeff finger guns back.
At which point, when Bo leaves, Liam is just immediately jotting stuff in his notebook. Just fascinating.
What are you writing? Oh, sorry, you were next, Valkyrie.
The second Bo leaves, Rose just kind of looks at everybody else to see if anybody's gonna follow her, and then just turns and goes towards the diner.
I'll probably catch up later.
She dropped her bag in the middle of the floor and then just left to go find food. She'll take care of the bag later. First, not ramen.
Liam's going to follow Rose, but still, like, face in notebook, jotting notes, just like, yes, this is good shit.
Study of Rose.
Study of Rose, but also study of the place.
He's just gonna have dedicated notebooks for each of the party members, and Rose is just gonna have like a bullet point of tired of ramen.
Jeff is just gonna sigh and shake his head with a smile and just kind of move Rose's bag out of the way near the beds, but not really assigning her a bed, just moving it out of the way. And then looks at Seven. How are you taking this?
He's just gonna shrug and just start following Rose.
I guess that's where we're going, and Jeff follows.
Fascinating creature this Rose is. Dormant for 2 weeks straight and she's still standing. And fascinating.
Log 1. I do not believe I have seen such an incredible creature as this.
not paying attention. All that's on Rose's mind is just like sandwich, Frenchie fries, nuggies.
Does she use the baby talk too?
Only in her mind. Just walks into the diner, chicken nuggies. No, that's not how she does it.
Slams a hay penny onto the
Slams an Electrum onto the table. Chicken nugget.
You get one solitary chicken nugget for an Electrum.
I'll take it. It's the best thing she's eaten all week. Like the day before she came here, she saw some like birds picking at a French fry that's been on the ground for like who knows how long, and she considered for half a second eating it, but she was like, "No, I'm above this."
Baby.
Oh my god.
She hungry.
So, who all decides to go to the diner with Rose? Because I think Rose has definitely gonna be going.
Everyone.
I mean, I'm following her.
There
All
just
right.
seems to be a
Anyone
strong
not-
inclination that Rose is going to the diner. She's got this like walk going on that can only be described as the murder strut, because like she's just got this look in her eyes. She's on a mission, and if anybody gets in her way, she will walk on top of them. Like, get out of her way. She is on a mission.
I guess I
Like-
can't.
Yeah.
Guess I can't investigate this place without hunger and empty stomach.
Okay. So hey Valentine, is Seven going to be joining them at the diner?
Yeah, he's just following Rose quietly.
Bet.
It
Okay.
was like Rose left, Liam followed, like fascinating, writing in a journal. Seven followed Liam, and then Jeff was just like, I guess we're going to the diner, and then followed all of them.
All right. So you guys head down to the diner. Can I get a check from Rose specifically, because Rose is leading the way? Can I just get like an intelligence check to see how easy you follow Bo's directions? I would give it navigation, but I feel like this is too simple for a navigation check.
I got a 6.
All right, well you get you find it. You heard the directions for food. Your brain immediately heard food, log in brain. Perfect.
She
Here are
knows.
the directions for
She knows
diner.
the location.
You just Rose just goes top speed to the diner, and somehow Liam is still able to keep up while jotting notes.
It wasn't top speed. It was again the murder strut. Cause like I don't know if you've seen the post on Tumblr, but it's just like how you need to walk where like people. It's like you square your shoulders, look forward, and think murder. Like Bucky in the Captain America movies does the murder strut. Like walk like you've just been sent to kill Captain America. That's what she's doing. She's just like she's on a mission and she's going for it.
Gosh.
It's like she will part crowds with how she's walking right now. Not because she's like scary and intimidating, just because if you get in her way, she will run you down. It is, and not like it's like it's like just the steamroller. Like she's on her way, and you're not stopping her. It's like,
Alright.
yeah. Food.
With that, you guys arrive at the diner. You guys open it up again. It's kind of like it's a small size. It's like it could comfortably seat like 50 people. It's definitely not as big as some like large sit-down restaurants you may have seen at home. But it's not like, oh, I feel cramped in here. Which is kind of surprising considering how like
cramped and cluttered this place just looks in general.
It's Vigo on the inside.
It's a TARDIS.
But yeah,
City's a TARDIS.
there is someone who's like sitting. There's this individual who is like hanging out behind this counter, just kind of vibing.
The second Rose walks in, like her shoulders just like visibly relax, and she just gets this look over. It's like, oh my gosh, it smells like food in here. And just up to the counter.
It smells like fried heaven in here. It smells like someone, it smells like French fries, hamburgers, like, it smells like if, I wanted to say if you walked into a Portillo's, and I know half of you.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah. Basically, have you ever been to just like generic diner?
Yes.
I mean, I kind of know the smell that you're going for. Yeah, and the
No, it smells like the inside of a Culver's.
Yes.
There we go.
Culver's. There we go. Yes. She almost drools, and you can hear her stomach growl as she just like heads up to the counter.
Just alienating the non-Midwest audience.
Listen, if you ever get a chance to go to a Culver's, do it. This isn't sponsored. I just really like Culver's. This shit's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's not the best, but it's
Sponsor
good.
me.
Mhm.
Culver's,
Like
sponsor me,
Midwest.
please.
But yeah. Yes, Culver's is definitely going to sponsor a D&D podcast.
A Call of Cthulhu D&D podcast.
I mean, critical. No, I don't want to go too deep into that. Anyway,
we don't need to worry about that. Anyway,
Moving
just
on.
cut that little bit out. So you guys walk in, and there's like this there's this person hanging out behind the counter, which is the person I sent in Call of Cthulhu handouts.
Hi, I love your hair.
They have like basic emo hair with a blue streak in it.
Love them already.
And they're wearing a mask. It's not like a medical mask, it's like a cloth, like a fabric mask.
Oh god, the pandemic followed us.
It's not a pandemic mask.
Thank goodness.
more like for like anonymity.
Sort of.
Fashion statement.
Yeah, like
They're just emo.
both. It's kind of like an edgy thing for them. They're wearing a leather jacket and a black sweater underneath it. Very, very mysterious. Very cool. They walk around the counter, watching you for come in, and they're like, "Hi, I am." I'm Olive, and I would love to help you guys today. What are you guys looking for?
Rose just walks up to the counter, just anything but ramen. I want, please. French fries, a burger, just a sandwich, anything.
I don't know if we even sell ramen here. Maybe the sushi place down the road does, but
Please.
no, you
Anything
don't have to
but
worry about.
ramen. Anything but ramen is what Rose said.
All right, well,
Olive.
yeah, I can. All right, how does a good old burger and fries sound?
Heavenly, please.
Liam,
All right.
Liam lifts his head. Can I do fish and chips here or no?
Fish and chips.
Just
Huh?
okay, just burgers and fries then.
Okay. I mean, like, we can do. I mean, I think we have fish sticks on our menu, and like they turn around and look at the very blatant menu in front of their head.
Liam just, yep. Burger and fries is fine, thank you. And he just goes back to writing.
Okay. not linking. I'm going to link you guys I'm just gonna link you guys the menu for Portillo's because this is like kind of like the vibe I'm going for with this restaurant.
Ooh.
Okay.
So if you guys want to like make an order,
Not sponsored.
I am not sponsored by Portillo's, unfortunately.
Oh, chicken burger.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Chicken burger, fries, like
All right.
that's what Rose is getting. Probably a salad too. Holy crap. She's just like chicken burger, salad,
All the-
large fry. You know what? A shake sounds good too. I haven't had a chocolate shake in years.
Bet. You know
Going
what?
all out.
That sounds amazing. I will get that started for you. And anyone else have any orders or requests? I'm sure you guys had a very long wait
Jeff
to get in here.
Jeff looks at Seven because they arrived first. Kinda.
Whatever is easy.
How does a hot dog with fries sound?
That is fine.
Okay. Anything to drink with that?
Water.
Okay. And all right. So Olive like fixes up your guys' orders.
I didn't
and-
order.
Well, fuck you. What do you want?
Doesn't get food. Decided to be polite so Seven could order first and then doesn't get to order at all.
We can only take 3 people at a time. Fuck you. Wait a moment.
Olive's the star. All right. What do you want, Mr. Man?
I would like a bacon burger with fries and a vanilla shake, and I believe that'll be all. And I gotta say, I love your hair.
Oh, thank you. I just got it done recently, actually. I like to dye my hair a lot, so I asked Dapperlin if she could get some hair dye in here for me.
I might want to try that.
Yeah, it's really nice. And Olive turns around and is like, "Hey, Kevin!" and then starts shouting your orders back to him.
Kevin's here?
Is his last name Gator?
His what did I make Kevin's last name? Opens up D&D.
If it's Baker, I'm going to.
Kevin Baker.
I don't know what I'll do.
Another way to break the campaign.
He's Kevin Fryer. He's Kevin Fryer.
Fryer.
Kevin Fryer. It's Kevin Fryer.
Kevin Fryer because he's working the fry. The fryers.
He looks exactly like Kevin Baker, except his hair is blonde.
Amazing. Love him.
Wow.
Oh
Such
my
wow.
Fantastic.
Such fry. Much wow.
Oh my god. The mic.
So yeah.
Sorry.
So I'm assuming you guys like settle down at a table.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you four grab like a booth near the wall or something. That sound good?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm gonna add something to my
Oh,
order.
go ahead. Sorry.
So
What are you gonna add?
I'm going to add a chocolate eclair cake.
Oh, okay. I will say that those are really good.
It sounds good.
I'm gonna take all of y'all to Portillo's.
Hell yeah.
Sounds fun.
Again, not sponsored by Portillo's. I just really like their food.
Sorry, it's just becoming a running gag. It's like we're not sponsored. We just think the food is good.
We're not sponsored. We're just really hungry. No,
All
our
right.
slogan. We're not sponsored. We're just sick of ramen.
Just sick of ramen.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys settle down into into a seat, and Olive hops by and brings you guys your food, all your drinks and stuff, and it tastes about how you expect it would. It's pretty decent. It's pretty good. It's not like you just went to eat at a 5-star restaurant, but it is pretty good. The fries are nice and fluffy, and all the food is cooked through. You're not gonna get any salmonella or anything like that. It's good food.
This is heavenly for Rose. She scarfs it down. Well, no, she doesn't. She enjoys every single bite of it. She doesn't scarf it down. She just enjoys every single bite of the food that she eats. She eats all of her food. And then if there's anybody who is like still eating their food, she's gonna she's not gonna do it right away. But if anybody's like not kind of like finishing their fries, she'll just like, "Are you gonna finish that?"
Jeff is already sharing his fries.
Liam is slowly eating his food, but he's a lot more focused on writing.
Careful not to get any grease in that book.
I'll be fine.
Right. Yeah.
Also, I want to say that
so-
Jeff makes sure to thank Olive for the food, and to let Olive know that Rose definitely thanks for the food.
Of course. Olive gives you smiles with their eyes and is like, "Of course, no problem," and then hangs out behind the counter, is hanging out with Kevin, just kind of chatting, cleaning up, all that stuff. They seem to be around the entire time, but doesn't really disappear or like is like over involved in checking on your food. It's like it's a fast food place. They aren't really going to be like checking in with you and refilling your drinks for you and stuff. But I would like everybody to give me a little bit of a listen check, maybe.
Okay.
Let's go.
Where did my character sheet go? There it is. I found it.
Probably not
I have
gonna
too
roll
many-
that great.
I have too many tabs open.
24! I barely got it!
Holy
Oh!
crap.
Fuck, I
I
got
just
28.
rolled.
So,
I just rolled a 6 again.
I rolled
Your
a
dice are
2.
loaded. Your dice are loaded.
I swear, I was rolling them for fun earlier and they were rolling high. I swear to God.
did you alright, so then I would check off listen then, because you gotta wait, that's a critical success. What the fuck?
Yeah. Listen.
What did you get, 7?
A 2.
Holy shit! What the shit?
I swear.
Making this up.
How?
I'm not. I swear to God.
So I'm the only one that didn't hear
Sure it
anything.
didn't happen.
Alright, so everyone else has gotten critical successes, I think.
No, I only got a normal success.
Alright, well, 7 and Hannah, make sure to check off your listen so you guys can roll for those successes.
Okay.
I will remind you guys when I remember, but please remember if you roll a hard success or better to check it off so we can do improvement checks at the end of the session. But yeah, Jeffrey, you heard nothing. Liam?
Alright.
What's up?
Hmm?
Oh, I thought you were saying something,
Austin kind of perked up, tried to say a thing.
Yeah, that's what what were you saying?
I don't care. I have food.
Liam, you hear like a sort of like humming noise in the background.
Like humming as in
it's
singing, or like humming like the whirring of lights?
the whirring of machines.
Hmm.
Like there's something whirring in the background. Hannah and 7, you guys hear what I can only, it's this like, it's, you hear the mechanical pulsing, and the whirring, but it's like it almost has like a heartbeat to it. Like it's alive. It makes you uncomfortable. It feels like you're like sitting, like if you can imagine what it would be like to sit inside of like a whale or some sort of large creature and like hear like the it's the blood pulsing through it and like the machinations of its body. You can just, it feels like you are inside something right now, and it's suffocating. You feel like you're becoming trapped. Like the walls are a lot smaller than they were when you first came in. And Rose and Seven roll me sanity.
Oh god.
God damn it, motherfucker.
Oh no.
Woo. Oh my god!
Why do you always roll?
93!
Oh shit!
Oh no.
Rose
You were
got
like-
a 32.
Okay. I believe Rose succeeds.
Yeah, because my sanity is a 50.
Yeah, you succeed. Seven, you fail. You thankfully did not get a critical failure.
Oh man.
So that's good. But you were close. So here, let me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Seven is once again not doing okay. I am currently rolling for sanity damage. You are a lucky bastard. You lose 2 sanity points.
Okay.
I realize I need to mark that on my side to make sure they don't. Okay. Just double checking. You're able to shake it off as like maybe I'm just. It's kind of like, oh, maybe I'm just homesick. This is just an overwhelming new situation. Either way, whatever it is that Seven's thinking, they're able to brush it off, but something in the back of their mind is saying, this is wrong. Like there's like an alarm bell that you're able to like kind of tune out, but that little sneaking feeling hasn't subsided, and you don't think it will.
Okay.
Jeez. So
Okay.
man, this game, it punishes you for succeeding.
Yeah. So yeah. How's the food?
Well, at this point, like when that happened, Rose is like gripping the table, kind of like her whole body went tense during all that. You didn't describe exactly how Rose took it. Like you said, she just succeeded her sanity check, so she's just like, that was incredibly unsettling. I'm fine though.
Nice. Well, I'm glad that Rose is okay.
No, is that basically how it is, or?
Yeah, basically, like, you're like, that was fucked up anyway. And then, like, you kind of just don't, like, you acknowledge that happened, but it doesn't affect you at all.
But yeah, she was just kind of, like, gripping the table when she heard that and just went, did anyone else just hear that?
No, what was it? And with that...
I mean, there's a humming, but... I look up. Are the lights kind of flickering?
They just seem normal.
I mean, tech normally has a hum to it.
No, that wasn't just a hum.
Jeff starts to pull out a little notepad, little like detective notepad, and clicks the pen. What did you hear?
it was like this mechanical noise. It just started suddenly. It sounded like a heartbeat. I don't know how to describe it. I just hope I don't hear it again, because that wasn't pleasant.
You see Liam put the notebook that he has in his hand in his pocket, grabs the same one from the line, and starts writing.
So this place could be alive.
I don't want to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. It's just
It sounded like if you were inside of something and just listening to its body function. It was weird in a really bad way.
Oh.
Hey, Rose?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to ask you this, but if any more strange things like this happen, can you please let me know? As much as I'm wanting my wish to come true, I'm also investigating this place.
Yeah,
Me too.
alright, man. If
I mean,
you guys, I guess if I notice anything weird, I'll let you guys know. I still don't know how you didn't hear that. It was everywhere. Did you hear it, Seven?
Liam kind of looks at the two of you for a moment. I have some spare notebooks if you want something to write with. That usually keeps me distracted.
I got something in my bag. I usually take theater notes in.
And it's just
Seven, would you like one?
No.
Okay. And Liam just goes back to writing.
Hey, so what do you guys want to do?
I mean, we have 15 minutes.
Yeah, is there any final thoughts of where you guys are gonna go? Do you guys have any plans?
I mean, I feel like
Rose's last go. Everybody else can go ahead, and then I'll give Rose's last little plan for today.
Okay.
yeah, I think I'm good. I have to be up at 7, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Seven's gone through some shit today.
Jeff is going to slam his hand on the table wait a minute! How did she know our names?
I assume we introduced ourselves earlier. I thought we did.
And plus,
Maybe you did.
wasn't there also? I don't know.
Wait,
Liam's just pulling stuff out of his ass. Wasn't there some sort of thing that we had to file in order to get here? So
Wait,
probably knows our names from that.
did we never actually introduce ourselves to anybody? I don't think our characters even introduced ourselves. No, we could probably say that they introduced ourselves in the line.
In the line.
Yeah,
We
that's
can say
probably
that.
how we know each other's names. We started talking in the line. That was just not something we, role played.
established.
Yeah, but how did Aberlin know our names?
Well, the thing is, you guys did have to fill out a form.
Aha!
before
I
coming.
called it.
But did we send pictures?
Because,
But unless we had pictures with them, we still wouldn't know who we are. And how would she pull up our files so fast? Because we saw how many people were in that line. There's no way that she has it that organized or yeah.
Weird.
Do.
That's odd. Anyway, any final thoughts?
Outside of foodstuffs, what other places are around in this town? You said commune.
Yeah, town commune. I don't like using the word commune. Doesn't really fit. It's more of a town, but with commune aspect. But there's a library. At the very end of the ravine, there's farms. There's a farmland.
That's helpful.
Is there a community theater?
They would probably have some sort of recreation, things like that.
Neat.
Yeah, you could definitely like go for clothes. There is a place where you can like submit requests for like certain things to be delivered to the town and things like that. There's I know that there's a game shop, things like that.
What kind of games? Are we talking like retro, modern?
Tabletop board games.
Okay.
There actually is a video game cafe, but like it's mostly like stuff that doesn't require like online connection.
Local play stuff.
Dang, no
Yeah.
Splatoon then.
I mean, Splatoon. Can't that do local?
No.
Well,
It's-
not really. There is a single player mode, but you can't really play like the full game without internet.
Its main gimmick
Yeah,
is that it's online.
So yeah, I'll let you guys think about that. But in the meantime, it is the end of our session, unfortunately.
After
I would like
Rose
to use
gets
these
done
back-
eating, she literally goes back to wherever they were staying, picks out a bed, and just collapses and naps. That's what Rose does.
I would like to spend the last 10 minutes. Anyone who had any hard successes that they marked today or critical successes that they marked today, it is time for you guys to roll your first skill improvement checks.
Ooh, how do you do that?
All right, so I'm going to go down the line. Tyler, you're going to start.
Yes.
So which ones have you checked off today?
I only had history.
Okay. So you are going to roll a history check.
Okay. Oh wait, no, those are 2 normal d10s. I need my 100. 27.
All right, what is your I have Rose's open.
My base is a 35 currently.
Okay, so you do not pass the improvement check. You need to fail in order to improve. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's balls! Oh!
So the higher your score is, the harder it is for you to get an improvement.
It wasn't even that high! Oh,
I know.
fine.
It is what it is.
That is super weird. The harder it is.
No, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does
It's
make
hard
sense.
to
I'm not
improve the
guessing
more
that.
you know.
True.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that was the only one for my friend Liam today. Next in the order is going to be Jeff.
Which is nothing. Nada. Zilch. No.
Okay. Then we have Hannah Rose.
I got to check on my listen.
All right.
And that was it doesn't matter if it was just the hard or the critical, right? It just matters that I put a check
I
there.
know.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, there's no difference in the two.
I got a 61.
All right, you failed pretty
Hey!
hard.
Hooray!
So now roll a regular d10 and you'll improve your base score by that many points.
Oh, neat. 6.
All right, so then
And then
that
I uncheck-
55 becomes a 61. Yeah,
Neat.
and then uncheck the box.
Neat. Hey, that's exactly what I rolled.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
Any other hard or critical successes today?
I think Lai has like 3 of them. I mean,
Yeah,
not
think
like Valentine, my
yeah,
bad.
Valentine had one.
Valentine, I think you had at least 2.
I have 2.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's roll those for you.
Okay. Alrighty, let's see.
Now my listen skill number is different from all the other numbers. That's gonna bother me.
So for listen, I rolled a 29, and my listen's at 20.
All right, so then you failed. You get to roll a d10 to improve.
7, 27. Yeehaw! Okay, and then natural world, which is a 10.
This is neat.
93.
Oh, you failed pretty bad.
Do you get a bonus for crit failing?
No, you do.
Add 3. That's gonna be 13.
All right.
Cool.
So that was. And then what was the other one you did? Listen.
Yeah.
Now that's a 27, right?
Yes. Yes.
Cool beans. All right. That has been the first episode of the Halloween special. I have yet to come up with a more unique title. But did everybody enjoy the Halloween special?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait for next week.
Wonderful. So, with that, it is time for us to conclude this this session, and yeah, this has been M, Ty, Austin, Valkyrie, and Valentine, who are going to be wishing you well wishes and a goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Enjoy your, well, I guess I can't say long rest. This is a different system. Enjoy
Enjoy your
your
naps.
sanity. Enjoy your sanity while you have it.
Ooh.